What are y'all doing? I know my strengths and my weaknesses.
Like, I'm tired of it. It's not that hard to fix the problems that we're having.
We know what the mission is. We know what the play is. Trust in the players around you. It's why we built the team we built.
We found ourselves outdoors with nothing but our imagination and some sticks. No matter our age or where we grew up, that's where we all became stick gun veterans.
Inside you somewhere lies a Hydra. An immortal, multi-headed monster born for the battle. But the Hydra mentality buried inside you must be cultivated through chaos. Rather than just surviving or remaining unchanged, the Hydra mentality allows an entity to improve, to thrive, to multiply its strength when exposed to stress and uncertainty, to strengthen with every challenge the world throws your way. Every time the Hydra gets its head cut off, experiences a loss or a failure, it becomes stronger by growing two heads in its place. The Hydra must seek war and discomfort in order to become the best version of itself. Be like a Hydra. Seek out difficult challenges, power through every hardship, and understand this stress test is a blessing which makes you stronger. This is the Hydra Way.
I was ready to live. I knew I had to go. Time has come for the heroines to win every event.
My expectations for this new team is to not only win, but to do it together.
Our game is attack.
You have to win it, or else, really, what are y'all doing? I know my strengths and my weaknesses.
Like, I'm tired of it. It's not that hard to fix the problems that we're having.
We know what the mission is. We know what the play is. Trust in the players around you. It's why we built the team we built.
We found ourselves outdoors with nothing but our imagination and some sticks. No matter our age or where we grew up, that's where we all became stick gun veterans.
Inside you somewhere lies a Hydra. An immortal, multi-headed monster born for the battle. But the Hydra mentality buried inside you must be cultivated through chaos. Rather than just surviving or remaining unchanged, the Hydra mentality allows an entity to improve, to thrive, to multiply its strength when exposed to stress and uncertainty, to strengthen with every challenge the world throws your way. Every time the Hydra gets its head cut off, experiences a loss or a failure, it becomes stronger by growing two heads in its place. The Hydra must seek war and discomfort in order to become the best version of itself. Be like a Hydra. Seek out difficult challenges, power through every hardship, and understand this stress test is a blessing which makes you stronger. This is the Hydra Way.
I was ready to live. I knew I had to go. Time has come for the heroines to win every event.
My expectations for this new team is to not only win, but to do it together.
Our game is attack.
You have to win it, or else, really, what are y'all doing? I know my strengths and my weaknesses.
Like, I'm f***ing tired of it. It's not that hard to fix the problems that we're having.
We know what the mission is. We know what the play is. Trust in the players around you. It's why we built the team we built.
Good morning. Welcome to your 2025 NXL debut. You're going to be watching Pittsburgh Mastadon taking on Philly Corrupt. Philly Corrupt on your right. They've already dropped one of the players from Mastadon, so we're 4-5 situation. Mastadon sliding to their secondary out there, that mini temple near the Dorito side. Philly Corrupt attempting to get into the snake now. They're at the snake insert bunker, what we're calling the mini temple. Mastodon's first in the snake. They're going to bypass almost everything, go right to the snake 3. He's looking for the shot on that tower. Tower knows he's there. He's going to take the opportunity to bump up that brick. Doing damage. Players walking off left and right. Number 84. He's got to deal with that temple. If he can get past that stand-up tower. Blows up the snake insert. Oh, he's going to pay for his life. That is fine. Oh, no. I see a penalty at the same time. Nope, no penalty. All right. Here you go. Fine trade-off. Mastodon's going to take this one. They dropped a body early, but major comeback by pushing up that snake, number 84. It's not over yet. Well, it's over yet because they're going to concede. All right, once again, welcome to NXL 2025. We're here in the shadow of Raymond James Stadium, home of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Former home of Tom Brady. I just got to plug that one. Your season opens with... On the backside of this match, we're going to watch TPP Crew, which is out of Puerto Rico, versus Shut Up We're Trying. Shut Up We're Trying around last year, so they're certainly in contention. They're one of the teams looking to move up and try to see if they can grab this division. We did have Leverage and Sea Dogs move up to Pro this offseason, which opens up the division for some new hopefuls. Here we go. Shut Up We're Trying, pushing up the middle, pocket play, already into the snake for TPP Crew. With that mini wedge. Shut Up We're Trying, looking to either stop it or get in themselves. Shut Up We're Trying does have that stand-up tower, which is critical to stopping this next move. He's got a shot down into the snake. Shut Up, We're Trying going to lose their backside on the Dorito. They do get in the snake themselves. They've mirrored up with TPP Crew. TPP Crew tower player on the snake side not looking snake way, which is a window opportunity here, and exactly what's going to happen to Shut Up, We're Trying is going to take that jump because that tower was not looking. He's going to wrap. There it goes, blows up the butt pack. He's going to blow up that tower. There it is, 2 kills. Now he's going to go conservative mode. On the other side of the field, TPP Crew pushing that Dorito side. They're up to Dorito 3, I believe. Shut Up, We're Trying it fully in control of this point right now. There is nothing left for TPP Crew over here on the snake side. Frankly, if the Shut Up, We're Trying player wants to, he could drop, crawl, and probably finish out the game pretty easy. That's Connor Sanders over here working the snake side wedge. That TPP Crew player in the Dorito just trying to live behind his gun. There's a smart little drop back. It's going to get noticed, though. So the Shut Up, We're Trying snake player is just looking for new angle. He's going to close the distance. Same time, pushing up that Dorito side. If you're the TPP coach, you go ahead and let the point play out. There's no real reason to blow the horn yet, throw the towel, but the odds aren't great, let's be honest. I'd like to see this Shut Up, We're Trying player. There we go, start spread it wide again. He tried the inside route. Got 1 player left for TPP Crew, if my math is correct. Oh, the Shut Up, We're Trying player overextends, walks right through a gun. He's going to take a walk. This is back to a point again. There we go. Shut Up, We're Trying is going to walk it in. Honestly, Shut Up, We're Trying had a huge advantage there early on in the game. Their snake player did a ton of damage. But TPP Crew dug in their heel, managed to make it a point. All right, we're going into our next point. We're going to have Mastadon versus Philly Krupp taking the field. Mastadon coming in kind of an unknown to me. Philly Krupp was in the D2. They took 8th place overall last year. Decided to make the jump up here to semi-pro. Philly Krupp on your left, Mastadon on your right. First body dropping over here for Mastadon. Philly Krupp pushing up that middle. I'm a little surprised by that. I don't know how much we're going to see that this weekend. That middle 50 structure blocks a lot of shots, but I don't know how survivable it is. Philly Krupp still doubled up at home. Swung out to both mini temples. Now out to this corner mini Dorito. Mastadon player in that snake temple insert. He's looking to make a move, but I do not think he's going to get the opportunity. He's going to have to win a gunfight and then make a move. Meanwhile, it looks like we have Michael Janiak here at the 50 on the snake. I don't think he picked it up, but there may have been movement on the Dorito side. He's going to have to watch his butt pack. Players walking off for both. Actually, Mastadon just lost 2 players, so the game should be tied up 3-3. Nope. More bodies walking off. It's getting bloody here. Michael asking for a check in the snake 50. I think he's going to be clean. That is that is a good move. If they've scouted the refs, they should know that this ref crew will throw a flag. They have no compunction with throwing flags if you got a hit on you. I know that sounds generic, but what I really mean is there's not a lot of oopsie. Here's going to be a trade. Trade on the Dorito side. Michael's calling his kill 4. He might be correct. Yep. I think we're down to a 1-on-1. Mastadon pushing up that Dorito side. Michael's going to drop and crawl. And we still have a home player for Mastadon. He's going to keep in check that Dorito side. Excuse me, Corrupt still has their home. Michael's now gotten to that corner. That leaves one Mastadon player on the Dorito side just trying to live. He's not going to, and Michael's going to. Great game for Michael Janier. Number 12. You're looking at our schedule for today. We're going to see a mix of semi-pro, pro WNXL action, and we have a little bit of surprise matches coming from D5. A little bit of buzz about that. We'll talk about that later. If you have a moment, you can also check out one of our sponsors this year, which is Ballsack. I'll wait for the giggling to stop. Ballsack has made a really cool product I truly believe in for filling pods. I believe it's ball-sack.com. Go check them out. Push up in the middle by TPP Crew. They are into that important snake template. Immediately pays dividends. He's going to blow up that snake player. So body advantage for TPP Crew over Shut Up We're Trying. TPP Crew also into this snake corner mini Dorito now. He's getting a check, though. It is a tiny Dorito. He is live. Shut Up We're Trying does the same thing. They're going to get in that Dorito corner. It is not going to work. He's going to take a walk. So 2 body advantage for TPP Crew. Now they're into snake. The best bunker to oppose the snake move is that tower. But the tower was crunching way low to the ground, and he had no shot to stop this TPP player. So he missed his opportunity, and now TPP is going to take that 50 brick. He's going to turn, look. I think he misses the shot. Shut Up We're Trying player tries to make a drop back. It does not work. He's unaware of a middle player for TPP Crew. TPP Crew is going to finish it out. Great work, by the way. You don't catch this stuff much on air when you're watching, but there's an accidental overshooting there by TPP Crew player. He immediately raised his hand to apologize to Shut Up We're Trying player. I'm a sportsmanship geek, so I'm going to call that out. Good work, TPP. We're going to flip back over to the Mastadon Philly Corrupt game. They are tied up 1-1, 11 minutes on the clock, so time is certainly not an issue yet. This is still the part of the weekend where teams are figuring out the field. You don't have a lot of time to practice this layout. It's released about a week and a half before the event. And, you know, unless you are a professional paintballer with no normal 9-to-5 job, you do not get a lot of opportunity to get on this field and play it. So this is still early on. I expect to see teams a little bit conservative in their breakouts until they get desperate. So far, that's what we're seeing. I expect to see some double ups of home. Mastadon on your left, Philly Corrupt in the blue jerseys on your right. Looks like 5 live for both teams. Corrupt into the snake first. He's going to get up to that snake 2. Now that snake 2, where he is, the mini wedge, trying to make that jump to that mini wall, is opposed by this snake tower. First Mastadon player walking off the snake tower for Mastadon makes a bump up to the 50. Oh, he's going to pay for it. Again, I'm not sure how great the middle on this field is. There's a lot of layouts where I like pushes up the middle. I'm not sure this layout's going to be conducive to that. So now Philly Corrupt at the 50 brick. That butt pack for number 34 in Mastadon is in danger. This Corrupt player showing some patience. He's just going to lock on. He's going to wait for just the slightest mistake. He's got backup now. He can take some risks. He's got a teammate right behind him to fill in if he dies. Oh, he's going to lose his backup, though, right as he decides to make the bump himself. That's number 12 again, Michael Janier. Michael's doing good work this weekend so far. He's locked under that D1. It looks like he's going to get the kill. That really just leaves this mini temple here for Mastadon. No, I take it back. There's both mini temples are hot. He's going to lock onto the Dorito side mini temple. He's going to take a walk. Michael is killing everything today. Yeah, he puts one on him. Could have been worse. Could have been worse. There's a concession there to try to save his temple player by the Mastodon coach. Mastodon last player is going to take one shot as a thank you for coming out moment, but not too bad. All right, there you go. Good work by Corrupt. Good work by number 12 there, Michael Janier. Taking the field again, we got Shut Up We're Trying versus TPP Crew. They're knotted up at 1. Still clock, not an issue yet. Tied score and lots of time means the coaches can kind of do whatever they want. They're not pushed into any sort of game plan yet. They can experiment with stuff they haven't tried yet. Maybe make pushes, big runs to snakes, tripling up home. They can do whatever they want as a coach. Shut Up We're Trying going to go into that D1 and immediately into the D2. They go a little soft on the snake side. TPP Crew pulls up at the snake insert. That little mini temple. They're going to lose their first player on the Dorito side, so advantage Shut Up We're Trying. Shut Up We're Trying starting to push that Dorito side. They're up to the D3. They filled into the D1 behind it. The D2 and the D1 on this field, you're pretty much on your own if you want to be able to win a gun dominance battle with whoever's holding you in and make your bump. You don't need a whole bunch of guns to allow you to make your bump. You just got to get gun dominance and go. We're going to lose the snake tower and a penalty for Shut Up We're Trying. Their snake side just evaporated. They've got great penetration up the Dorito side, but they're going to have to do some work quick. TPP Crew making their own opposing move up the Dorito side. Shut Up We're Trying corner player wisely decides to spread it out to the snake. Unfortunately, he's picked the worst bunker on the field, which is this mini Dorito. Oh, Shut Up We're Trying player up the middle at the 50. I think he's unaware of a TPP Crew player in the Dorito just a few feet away. This might be Logan Henzel here in the Snake 50. I believe it is. Logan will be joining us later on the broadcast. There we go. Good work by Shut Up We're Trying. A penalty on a 3-on-3, I believe, at that point, but they pushed it out. Good work, Shut Up We're Trying. Shout out to TPP Crew. By the way, they are out of Puerto Rico, Rio Grande, Puerto Rico. Their home park is Tito's Paintball Park. That's up in the northeast corner of the mainland, not too far from San Juan. So if you're going to Puerto Rico to do some tourist stuff, maybe take a swing by, play a little paintball. All right, jumping back over to the other match, we have Philly Corrupt versus Pittsburgh Mastadon. We're We're going to have Mastadon on your right, Philly Krupp in those sweet blue jerseys on your left. Philly Krupp up by 1 point, not enough to really change strategy yet for either team. Mastadon chooses to go single player at home. Philly Krupp's going to double up at home. They're going to go for that tower. I think they're going to lose it. They're going to lose their tower. They're going to lose their Druidus. Oh my God, there's players just walking off like it's a caravan. This is not the start Krupp needed at this point. They lost 3 players in the first 10 seconds of the game. Meanwhile, Mastadon pushing on all fronts, up the middle, up the Druido side, now into the Snake. Another player walking off for Krupp. Last player chooses to take the worst bunker in the field. This mini Druido in the corner is a death trap. Sometimes you're going to have to stop there, you know, to get into the Snake or even to spread the field wide. But, dude, this mini Druido in the back corner over here by the Snake, do not go to it if you don't have to. Mastadon going to blow that point up. I believe they're off the break shooting netted them the tower, the Snake side tower, but after that it was just winning gunfights and maybe a little bit of sloppiness over there for Shut Up We're Trying. Great point for Corrupt. If you get a chance, stop by AlabamaPaintball.com, one of the sponsors that helps make this happen. Take your group, go play some paintball, folks. If you're listening to the stream, I'm sure you're already playing paintball, but if you're in the Alabama area, give them a try. 10 seconds. All right, Shut Up We're Trying versus TPP Crew. Shut Up We're Trying with a 1 point lead. Again, 9 minutes on the clock. Looks like we're going to double up for home for both teams. Shut Up We're Trying into the Snake. They're going to lose their Snake player immediately. They're going to lose 2 players immediately. TPP Crew going up the middle, but he's going to die trying it. I think this meta is developing, and we're learning up the middle is a tough place to live on this field. Actually, both teams dropping 2 players. I think we're tied up 3-3. Another player walking off for TPP Crew, though. Shut Up We're Trying, getting into that Snake, getting out of that Snake corner. You know what we're calling the mini brick, or Snake 1. Shut Up We're Trying, going to lose their tower player up the middle. TPP Crew firmly in control at this point. They just need to finish it out. Without that Snake tower hot, it's easier for TPP Crew to move up to the Snake brick. So he's now just opposing the mini brick, and it looks like he's going to kill him. There's going to be a penalty, and that is going to finish out Shut Up We're Trying for this point. Let me give you a preview of the reffing for the weekend. This is exactly what you're going to expect to see. If you have a hit on you and you're not calling it yourself, there's a very good chance you're getting a flag. This ref crew, really, they will throw penalties. If they find the hit and you're not calling yourself out, you're going to get a penalty. I've been watching this crew, and they're a really good reffing crew. They've been around a while. I've watched them for about 3 seasons now. But just, you know, if you got a team coming out here to play this weekend, tell your guys you have got to be the one calling yourselves out. Because if you're relying on the refs to call you out, you're going to get a flag along with being called out. All right, shout out to BKI, Pro Paintball Development Camp. BKI is an online learning university that a lot of players are using. Jump on, get a subscription, and go learn some stuff. They got a lot of pro players that jump out there and teach. They've got a camp that takes place each summer. Again, they get a lot of pro players to come and coach it. They're in a little mini tournament in it. Good stuff. And you get a free jersey.
10 seconds.
All knotted up. Mastadon on your left, Corrupt on your right. Mastadon double pushing up the middle. There is some fear of the shooting lanes if you're trying to make the outsides, but I don't know if moving up the middle is the is the answer to that. First player going to walk off, and he's going to get a flag for Mastadon, so they're going to lose their Dorito backside. That means they just have 2 up the middle and the Snake insert. Snake insert's in an interesting decision-making matrix right now if you're Mastadon. You either stay there and try to stem the damage, or you get out to the Snake. Both have risks. All right, Philly Corrupt in control of this point right now. They are not into the snake yet. They've stopped up at that mini Dorito. There it is. The Mastadon player chooses to cut down the decision tree that says, get into the snake now. And there he is, the snake mini brick. If possible, I wouldn't mind seeing number 33 for Mastodon maybe make a drop back and slide sideways for the Dorito. That would help stabilize things, but that's a big risk. That's a lot to ask. Mastodon player now up to the snake brick. Forget about sitting and stabilizing. He's going on the attack. And I think he's going to pull out the Corrupt player trying to sneak up the snake. Corrupt is totally unaware of his presence, and he is doing damage. That's number 84, Chaz Daniels. He is just going to blow up this game, flip it on its head. There is a poor Philly Corrupt player trying to survive in that back corner. Body's peeling off now. Looks like they're hunting the Dorito side. They're going to choose to bunker him out. That's a fine risk, especially when you're up 3 bodies on 1. And they're going to do it clean. There's a little celebration by Chaz. Great point by Mastodon. They were on their heels on that one. They had their Dorito side blown out completely by a penalty. And yet Chaz Daniels takes it on his back. I believe Chaz Daniels is also emptying his stomach contents on the field right now. Oh, no. I hope we got that on camera. So if you're playing this field today and you're going up the middle, there might be a little slippery. There's some breakfast now in the field. All right, we're jumping back to Shut Up, We're Trying versus TPP Crew. Crew on your right. Shut Up, We're Trying a very conservative triple shooters on the break at home. They do spread out. It does work. A TPP Crew player walking off from the Dorito side. Shut Up, We're Trying overextends, trying to go up that middle. The TPP Crew in the middle, he's going to get his own check. And TPP Crew is going to lose their snake player, and they're going to lose another player via penalty. Oh, and they lost their home. Wow. Wow, it just all fell apart for TPP Crew. They immediately went up the middle, did some damage. Shut Up, We're Trying looked like they were on the back foot for that one, but a penalty, a couple good kills, and man, it just fell apart real fast for TPP Crew. As a coach, I don't know why. There's just so much that went on there. I don't know how you analyze. I don't know what you tell your team coming off if you're the TPP Crew coach, who I believe might be Luis Colon. I think you're just going to say, forget about that one, just move on. There's you're going to have to go back and analyze the footage later to figure out what went wrong there. All right, Philly Corrupt versus Pittsburgh Mastodon. Mastodon up by 1 point. We got about 7 minutes on the clock. Again, time and score is not yet forcing the coach's hands into any dumb game plans or anything stupid. So you still have an opportunity to just do what you want to do. What you want to do so far in this field is kind of not to my expectation, and that's been a lot of up the middle play. Again, we're going to learn about this field as the weekend goes on. I don't know any other word to use than meta. You're going to see literally the meta on this layout change as the weekend goes on, as players figured it out and coaches figured it out. Going up the middle is not what I really expected on this layout, but I'm seeing a lot of it so far this morning. Speaking of Mastodon, check out the new JT goggles. Wow, what a tie-in. Marketing department working overtime on that one. So there are some big shooting lanes that you've got to go through. Like, for instance, trying to take the snake off the break, your last 5 feet. Trying to get in there is very risky. So far we haven't seen teams trying to straight line into the snake off the buzzer. Same thing going Dorito side. There's a bit of a gap there trying to get into the D1, so it's a little risky. However, you don't take it on the breakout, it's tough to take later. All right, Corrupt on your left, Mastodon on your right. Corrupt down by a point. I hear again, Corrupt going up the middle to that 50 standing wedge. They're going to lose one of their home players. They're going to lose their snake insert player. Mastadon already up by 1 point. If no, you're not going to plan on this, but if you're Philly Corrupt and you're going to lose this game, lose it fast. Let's maybe time to start saving the clock. Good move by Joseph Barron here into the snake at the same time. Number 17. Excuse me, number 7. That's Robert Giacchetti moving up to that middle. Oh, and his pack is going to get blown up. Robert's going to take a walk. For Corrupt, that just leaves that Dorito corner and this snake too. Yeah, and there we go. We talked about saving clock. We're at that point where if you're the coach for Philly Corrupt, it's time to start thinking about the clock. So he's going to choose to towel out of that one. Not a hopeless situation, but not a lot of hope in that situation. Philly Corrupt coach is going to choose to towel out of that one. I'm not sure I blame him on that one. So as we were talking about, the shooting lanes on the run out are tough to get to these outsides. So I think that's why we're seeing teams going up the middle. I don't love up the middle in this field, other than the snake side tower. Don't get me wrong, snake side tower is critical, but other than that, there's some tough living spaces up the middle. All right, you got TPP crew on your left. They're going to double up at home, push up to the snake tower. They're going to get out to both mini temples and sit down there. Shut up, we're trying mini temple getting a check by the ref. He's going to be called clean, so it looks like we're 5 alive for both teams. Shut up, we're trying up by 1 point with about 7 minutes on the clock. Shut up, we're trying up by 1 body. TPP crew makes a drop back to this Dorito. TPP crew is going to use that outside Dorito to hold in a gun. They're going to go ahead and get into the snake from it. Their tower is getting a check. I believe he's called clean. All right, here's the mini battle inside of the battle. The Shut Up We're Trying tower player here on the snake side. He's got to prevent this TPP crew snake 2 player from making the move. He does not. Ooh, he's going to get a check. Like I was saying, the tower player missed that. He allowed the TPP crew to get up to this snake 50. Both teams are aware of it now. We're about to see a snap battle between the S3 mini wall and the snake 50. This is a big, big moment. You may see an attempt at bunkering here. Unfortunately for him, the TPP crew is looking on the inside. So unless he chooses to go out and around the outside, I don't think it's going to work for the Shut Up We're Trying player. Now there's backup for TPP crew. Even if the Shut Up We're Trying player manages to bunker out the 50, there's going to be somebody waiting for him. TPP crew now doubled up at this 50 brick. Starting to push up the Dorito side too. Yep, that's going to be a mutual trade, which is okay for Shut Up We're Trying. Frankly, they're down a body, and what he didn't know is there was a second body in that brick. So really all he's doing is freeing up that side. Again, if you're a player, you don't have the information that we do watching this. I don't hate that decision. He just didn't know there was a second player there, so a trade is not going to help him that much. TPP crew walking off the Dorito side. Now we see a little bit of push by Shut Up We're Trying over to the Dorito side. Small retreat by the TPP at the 50. He's going to drop back into the brick. He was starting to get ambitious. Now we see TPP crew take the Dorito 3. There you go. The brick picks up on that D3 for Shut Up We're Trying. That was a window of opportunity for Shut Up We're Trying, but now with the knowledge that he's there, that's going to be a little bit tougher to pull off something big. All right, Shut Up We're Trying tower player tries to do something, maybe a drop back, doesn't work. He's going to get blown up. That leaves just the Shut Up We're Trying player in the Dorito. He's going to get blown up. That's going to be it. TPP crew is going to bring this back to a 3-on-3, probably with around 4 minutes, 4:15 on the clock. All right, we're going to have Mastadon on your left, Philly Corrupt in the blue jerseys on your right. Mastadon up by 2 points. About 6 minutes on the clock. You can start going into a little bit of clock killing mode by Mastadon, but we're not there where you can just simply squat down and try to grind it out. 6 minutes is way too much time. Mastodon's going to double up to the snake tower and then make a move to the 50 in the middle. 2 players walking off for Philly Corrupt. This is not what they needed. Mastodon's going to lose a player in the middle. No flag. So they're up 4 on 3. Another player walking off for Philly, though. So we're going to be 4 on 2. This is not what Philly needs. Again, if you're the Philly coach, your hand has got to be hovering over that towel buzzer. There is a chance here for Corrupt. They do have the snake player. He's got to do a lot of damage quick, though. Got a Philly Corrupt player at home and into the Snake 2 mini brick. Snake 2 mini brick looks like he's... Yeah, we're going to lose their home player. This is it for the Snake 2 mini brick. If you're the coach or Corrupt, yeah, there you go. He's got it. You get a towel out of that one. You can give your guy, especially in something like a snake bunker, an opportunity to maybe do something special, but you can't give them forever. And especially once the other team understands the kill count, they understand the situation, that chance of a miracle by a single player starts dropping off. So that was the right thing to do. They towel out of that one, move on to the next point. They're going to be down by 3 points, though. That's tough. All right, on the flip side, we got Shut Up We're Trying versus TPP Crew. Game is tied up 3-3. We're a little bit over 4 minutes. This is your stress. You spent all season practicing, and now you're in a 3-on-3 with 4 minutes on the clock. You don't really want to make a mistake in this point. Likely, this is going to be about a 1 or 2 minute point. That's pretty typical out here. If you lose this point, you're going to be down with about 2 minutes on the clock, maybe 3. Things start getting grim at that point. Shut Up We're Trying doubled up at home. Both teams doubled up at home. Looks like we're clean, 5 alive, both sides. TPP Crew sliding out to that mini temple, getting ready to try to get into the snake. Shut Up We're Trying is going to lose 2 players. They're going to lose 3 players. 1 on a kill, another one on a kill, and the second one, the third one on a towel. That's a huge swing. They've got nothing over on the Dorito side. It's just this temple and this tower on the snake side. This is not what Shut Up We're Trying needs. Again, if you're the coach of Shut Up We're Trying, you're going to start thinking about the clock. Yeah, they're going to lose both their players. That leaves, I'm take it back. There's 1 player left alive. He's going to get blown up, and their towel is going to happen. TPP Crew completely controlled that point. Huge, huge kill, and then a penalty up the middle. Really doomed that game for Shut Up We're Trying. So Shut Up We're Trying now is in that situation I just talked about. They're going to be down a point. Clock is starting to become an issue. If there's any good news for Shut Up We're Trying, is that it didn't take long to lose that point. I know that sounds like a weird compliment, but it actually works for them. All right, Philly Corrupt backs starting to get against the wall. They're down by 3 points with 5 minutes on the clock. We've seen some big games out of Michael Janier, number 12 for Philly Corrupt. They got to look for it again. And they got to do it fast. Michael is rolling out there. He's going to tag up. I suspect he's going to come back over here, try to do snake work again. For Mastadon, now's when you can start thinking about going more conservative. You can start grinding out. When you're up by 3 points, you can get a little bit more conservative, start grinding out the clock. There is a slip and fall by the Philly Corrupt player trying to get into the Dorito, but it works. He gets in anyways. Philly Corrupt also into the snake here. No, they do lose their Dorito side player, so it's 4 on 5. I'm sorry, 4 on 4. This is Michael Janier here in the snake. Mastodon's going to lose their player up the middle. So 4 on 3 advantage for Philly Corrupt. They need to win this, but they need to win it fast. Mastodon player in that tower is going to take a hit right off the dome. Same time as back player in the home tries to make it out to that mini temple. It's not going to work. That's going to be it for Mastodon. They're all going to walk off. Corrupt is going to get exactly what they needed out of this point. They're going to get the point, and it's going to be fast. A fairly aggressive breakout for Philly Corrupt, which is kind of what they're forced into. Other than the Dorito player getting picked off immediately, I'd say it worked out pretty well, obviously, by winning the point. They did lose their Dorito player. I think he got in clean and then lost an immediate gunfight, but they did get there clean. So aggressive. That's the most aggressive breakout we've seen so far today from any team. And I'd say as far as a game plan, it worked. So it is possible. All right, even though Mastadon lost that point, he might still want to jump online and grab one of the new JT Mastadon goggles that are coming out, both in red and white. I'm a particular fan of the white. It's the kind of white goggles that maybe you buy and you put on a shelf and never use because I don't want to get them dirty. That's the collector in me talking. All right, here we go. TPP Crew versus Shut Up, We're Trying. TPP Crew up by 1 point. 3.5 on the clock. Shut Up, We're Trying, making that push up the middle. Now they're going to get into that snake side tower. Shut Up, We're Trying at the 50. The snake side standing wedge, 50. TPP Crew into the snake. Oh, they're going to lose that player, though. Again, that is a tough place to live. We got Dorito side pressure starting to pull out players from TTP. Shut Up, We're Trying, going to lose that snake tower. They're going to lose a Dorito side. Oh, TPP Crew gets over. TPP Crew player gets a little bit overzealous, runs right into a gun from that baby Dorito. It's still going to work for TPP Crew. They're going to go up. All right, Mastadon up by 2 points. 4 on the clock. They did just lose the point before. Still, again, I wouldn't say clock is a huge factor yet. Oh, that is a dead-on goggle shot to a Mastadon player going up the middle. Philly Krupp doubled up at home. Seemed to have worked. They got their first kill. They're into the snake. Another Mastadon player gets blown up trying to go up the middle. He was trying to get to that snake tower. Did not work. Mastadon is into the D2. It looks like he's clean. They got a 50 standing wedge at about, I'll say, 45-yard line. He thinks he shot down in and clipped the pack of number 12, Michael Janier. The refs don't seem to agree. Oh, it gets overambitious. Mastodon's going to lose their back player and their middle player. It just leaves that D2. Again, we talked about as a coach, do you let that player, do you try to save the clock and buzz it out, or you try to let that player pull off a miracle? He might catch, yeah, I think he's going to catch Michael. Janier's going to take a walk. There might be a miracle here for Mastadon. Robert Giacchetti making a move up here to this Dorito 50. He's going to try to squeeze it, finish it out. There it is, Mastadon. Last Mastadon player is going to walk off. Robert Giacchetti's going to check. Hit the buzzer. We'll see if it's clean. If it's clean, that's nice. It's going to bring the score back to 5-4 for Philly Krupp. They got to be happy with that. There's going to be about 3 minutes on the clock. That's plenty of time to work with. We're only down 1 point. All right, want to thank one of our sponsors, and that is Ballsack. Again, I'm going to give you a second to get the giggling out of the way. This is a pretty cool. I know I'm a shill, but I actually really like this product. It's essentially the equivalent of a caddy, except waterproof. You've got a hanger, so you can hang it off the side of your tent. You got a pod filler on the bottom, spring-loaded bottom, so that when you're dumping paint in, it won't break paint. It's actually really nice. I would be a fan. I'm going to try to steal this one when the broadcast's over if they don't come back and try to steal it back from us. So it does not come with a pod attached to it. That's to prevent us from stealing the pod. They They're right. They don't trust us. Anyways, get a chance. They have a promotional code this weekend. You can do a pre-order and save 10%. Let me try to find that code. I'll get it to you fine folks at home. Anyways, give it a chance. Go to, I believe it's ball-bag.com. Check them out, ball-sack.com. And if you use the code NXL Tampa, you can get 10% off a pre-order. I say pre-order because they've really sold out very, very quickly. And they're having to take pre-orders. All right, shut up. We're trying 3 minutes on the clock. They're down by 2 points. They're going to triple up at home. They're going to immediately get up to that 50 and into the snake corner. It's a good early push without any deaths for Shut Up We're Trying. Oh, TPP Crew is going to pull a minor, though. Same time, a body drop for Shut Up We're Trying it now into the 50. So Shut Up We're Trying up by 1 body, up huge on positioning. They're in the snake 50 brick. TPP Crew is okay losing a point, but they can't lose it fast. Oh, Shut Up We're Trying is going to lose both their players up the middle. One up the middle, one up the snake. They still have one over that standing wedge on the Dorito side. Dorito side 50. He's going to wrap, see if he can do some damage, especially if he can catch that home player's butt pack. Home player's looking out the other side, though. He's now going to move up there. He's going to cross up to about their 30-yard line. This is Shut Up Trying with a point. They've under 2 minutes on the clock. They need to finish this out quick, though. Oh, they're going to lose their Dorito side player. I think we might be down to a one-on-one. Oh, that is a heartbreaker for Shut Up We're Trying. Good work by TPP Crew. Wow, that is absolutely not what Shut Up We're Trying needed. For TPP Crew, well done. They weathered the early storm. They lost a couple players to penalty. They had Shut Up We're Trying players getting to the 50 over here in the snake, crossing the 50 up the middle. TPP Crew would have plenty of excuses if they lost that point, but they dug in their heels and they won it. If you're TPP Crew, that was a great point for you. And it wasn't that fast, so you grinded some clock off. For Shut Up We're Trying, that's the exact opposite of what they needed. They lost a bit too much time. They lost that point. They're going to be down by 3 points and not much clock time left. All right, Philly Corrupt on your left. In the blue jerseys, Mastadon on your right. Mastadon up by 1 point. We got 3 on the clock. Again, that's close enough that you're not forced into doing anything stupid yet if you're the coach for Mastadon. You don't have to take dumb risks yet. Now, if they lose this point, then their backs are going to be against the wall. For Philly Corrupt, I think you still play your game. I don't think you go conservative yet. I think you go ahead and take moderate risk, get your guy into key positions. We're going to lose a body for both sides, so 4-on-4. Philly Corrupt still doubled at home. They attempt to move up the middle. They're going to lose that player, so they're still doubled up at home, but they're down to 3-on-4. One of those Corrupt home players got to get out of there. He's got to peel out if he can to this mini temple. There he goes. Oh, he jumps over the stream. Unfortunately, he's going to lose the Dorito player at the same time. Philly Corrupt now just down to 2 players. Again, we start talking about if you're the coach of Philly Corrupt, when do you towel out? If you lose another player, you got to towel out. If my 2 remaining players for Philly Corrupt don't start peeling off bodies, I'm going to probably towel out also. So if you're the coach, you just got to put a time in your head. All right, Mastodon up by bodies. They have no reason to make any stupid pushes here. Just go slow, methodical, grind the clock. Frankly, oh, there's going to be a hit to the dome for Philly Corrupt. If you're the Corrupt coach, you got to towel out. If you let it go much longer, All right. Philly Corrupt coach concedes out of that. I might have been advocate for toweling out of that about 10 seconds earlier. But no one's dumb enough to let me coach. All right, TPP Crew in a commanding position, 6-3, a nearly impossible situation for Shut Up We're Trying. On this field, we don't know what the fastest you can win a point on this field is yet. There is a lot of middle clutter. You might be able to send runners through the middle, not up to the middle, but through the middle and do some damage. We don't know the fastest point yet. By the end of the weekend, we'll start quoting you things like, this layout can be won in 45 seconds or whatever. We don't know that yet, but to the point, minute 38 for Shut Up We're Trying, 3 points. You got to hope for majors on top of majors penalty for TPP Crew. That's really your only hope here. So if I'm the Shut Up We're Trying coach, which I think is Clifford, maybe you just try to use this as an experiment. If you say this, Cliff Dyer, if you believe that this match is beyond the point of redemption, maybe try some run-out patterns you haven't tried yet. You want to see how they work. TPP Crew, relatively conservative pocket play breakout. Shut Up We're Trying's going to lose their snake player, so 5-on-4 advantage. Oh, when the laundry's in the air again. Shut Up We're Trying's going to start losing players. All right. Here's where I'm at. If I'm the coach of Shut Up We're Trying, and this point's not over yet, it's about to be. Towel out, save the time. Use the rest of the match to just run breakouts. Don't worry about winning the match. That's gone. Yeah, it's certainly gone now. You're going to go down by 4 points. By the way, it's a 5-point mercy rule here on the semi-pro. Yeah, if you're the Shut Up We're Trying coach, you put this match is out of reach. Don't worry about it. Just try some different breakouts. You've got a long weekend ahead of you. Learn some stuff while you can in this field. And don't let your team get down on themselves. Great work by TPP Crew, by the way. Coming all the way here from Puerto Rico, and their first match went just about as well as they could have expected or wanted. So congrats to them. All right, there is a sliver of hope here. If you're Philly Corrupt, you're down by 2 points. You got almost 2 minutes on the clock. It's certainly within reach. This is not a quit situation. Now, again, if you're the Philly Corrupt coach and you start seeing things go badly, well, with the amount of time on the clock, you're at two. You've got two options. You either just let it ride, and just say to hell with it. Just even if I'm down by a couple bodies, or you immediately towel out as quick as possible. And you'd be down by 3 points in that situation with about a minute and a half on the clock, maybe. It's tough. You don't have a lot of good options. What you do have a good option to do, if you're watching this, is go to Paintball for a Purpose, charitable cause supported by one of the teams that you're going to be seeing later, which is Protocol. All right, here we go. Mastadon, 2 up the middle, both doubling up that snakeside tower. Philly Corrupt 5 alive, though. Philly Corrupt, maybe a little bit of a conservative breakout, especially consider their point situation. First Mastodon player is going to walk from the middle at that snake tower. Doubling up the snake tower is a weird choice. Corrupt is going to try to go through the middle. It's not going to work. I'm fine with that in terms of risks and how much time is on the clock. Corrupt starting to send bodies. This is the correct thing to do. Now they're up to the D3. Another Mastodon player walking off from that snake tower. That snake tower has not been good to them. At the same time, they take out the snake tower for Philly Corrupt, and the Philly Corrupt loses the snake. If you're the coach for Philly Corrupt, I guess you let it ride. Yeah, at 60 seconds, you're not going to come back 3 points down. You might as well just let it go. Let your boys play some ball. Again, maybe hit the buzzer just to give you a chance to do one more breakout as a practice. But Mastodon is going to win this match, barring an unbelievable miracle. Mastodon player hits the buzzer. Frankly, if I'm the Mastodon player, I don't think I do that. I think I force the Corrupt coach into hitting the buzzer. Why hit the buzzer yourself when there's a chance you got a hit on you? Which, with the amount of time on the clock, could be a flip. It would be a reverse point if I believe we're under 60 seconds. Yeah, here's a learning lesson at home. If your team's up by a couple points, there's like a minute on the clock, and you're winning the game, don't hit the buzzer. Let the other team force them to towel out, because if they towel out, there's no way that you can get a penalty out of that. So just let it ride. All right, we're back. We'll take another chance to say thank you to one of our sponsors, which is Ballsack. Again, if you get a chance, go to ball-sack.com. You can use the promo code NXL Tampa to get 10% off your pre-order. It is waterproof. It's got a spring-loaded bottom to reduce paint breakage, and the bottom you can actually pull right out because it's magnetized, so it's really easy to clean, get back in. We've got a spring-loaded pod filling system on the bottom. So Give it a chance. This is, if you do any water sports, you might recognize, this is essentially a waterproof bag that you might use for kayaking or canoeing. And you know how tough these things are and how waterproof they are. And with just a couple rolls, you fully seal it off and completely waterproof it. I actually really like this product. I'm not just selling it and selling it. I really do like that product. And they retail for $89.99. All right, shut up. We're trying in a desperate situation. Desperate enough, they're just going to send bodies up the middle. They're going to lose the Dorito side. This is essentially fait accompli for TPP Crew. They've earned this match. We're now at about 30 seconds. Yeah. Oh, and he's going to take a hopper hit. I appreciate what I just heard. The Dorito player for Shut Up We're Trying, the back corner, is screaming, let's go, let's go, let's go. Because there's no time on the clock. Well, Shut Up We're Trying acquitted themselves well. They're going to, at least this run of time, looks like they're going to lose their snake player. It's just going to leave the Dorito side player. 10 seconds on the clock. TPP Crew can just sit on this, finish it out. Congratulations to TPP Crew. This is a great start to your weekend. This is a great start to your season. This is exactly what they wanted. For Shut Up We're Trying, they are a legitimate team. I watched them play a lot last year. This is not the way they wanted to start, but I certainly see them being a threat this year. So good luck to them. We're going to be joined in a few minutes by Logan Hansel from Shut Up We're Trying. He'll join us in the booth for the next match. We'll try not to bring up this match. I'm sure we will. All right, Philly Corrupt versus Pittsburgh Mastadon. Mastadon, again, in a wildly commanding position. 35 seconds on the clock. They're up by 3 points. This is a done match. However, if you're Philly Corrupt, again, you can try out some interesting breakouts. Hell, maybe send 3 up the middle. I definitely think this is a time to try out getting into the snake off the break, making a straight line run. Also D1 or D2. There's really nothing to lose if you're Philly Corrupt. So use it as a learning experience. Give some of your deeper bench players a spin. Try out some interesting breakouts. Get some value out of this point, even if the match is lost. Philly Corrupt doubled up home. They do go into snake one off the breakout. Now they're going to go up the middle to that snake tower. 25 seconds on the clock. Mastadon is just going to fill up sandbags. They're going to dig in. Crop up to the 50 standing wedge. They are going to lose their Dorito side player, though, and refill it in immediately. And that's it. They'll time out. Congratulations to Mastadon. Again, great match for you. You controlled it for Philly Corrupt. Not the start they wanted, but it's a long weekend. Ain't over yet. You learned some stuff. Go back to basics. Try again. You've got at least 3 more matches. You'll do fine. All right. Thanks again. Welcome to NXL 2025. This is the beginning of your season. That was semi-pro. We're going to take a short break. We're going to come back with some D5 action, including protocol and maybe a face you might know. Thank you so much. We'll see you in a minute.
Inside you somewhere lies a Hydra. An immortal, multi-headed monster born for the battle. But the Hydra mentality buried inside you must be cultivated through chaos. Rather than just surviving or remaining unchanged, the Hydra mentality allows an entity to improve, to thrive, to multiply its strength when exposed to stress and uncertainty, to strengthen with every challenge the world throws your way. Every time the Hydra gets its head cut off, experiences a loss or a failure, it becomes stronger by growing 2 heads in its place. The Hydra must seek war and discomfort in order to become the best version of itself. Be like a Hydra. Seek out difficult challenges, power through every hardship, and understand this stress test as a blessing which makes you stronger. This is the Hydra Way. Inside you somewhere lies a Hydra.
ready to live. I knew I had to go. Time has come for the heroines to win every event.
My expectations for this new team is to not only win, but to do it together.
Our game is attack.
You have to win it, or else, really, what are y'all doing? I know my strengths and my weaknesses.
Like, I'm f***ing tired of it. It's not that hard to fix the problems that we're having.
We know what the mission is. We know what the play is. Trust in the players around you. It's why we built the team we built.
We found ourselves outdoors with nothing but our imagination and some sticks. No matter our age or where we grew up, that's where we all became stick gun veterans.
Inside you somewhere lies a Hydra. An immortal, multi-headed monster born for the battle. But the Hydra mentality buried...
All right, welcome back to NXL 2025. This is your debut of the season action. I'm Matt Falby, and I'm joined by Logan Hansel. Logan Hansel of Shut Up We're Trying. Introduce yourself.
What's up, y'all? It's Logan Hansel here from Shut Up We're Trying, semi-pro. We just got our butts kicked.
I didn't want to say it. You said it.
I'll take it, man. I mean, it was deserved. They're playing really good. They're playing pretty fast. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's we could not get into the snake off the break against them. So
there's a big shooting lane over here on the snake side. If you want to try to get into it on the run out, it's tough. I think, and I haven't seen teams do this yet, but I think one of the keys to getting the snake, tell the coach I said this, you owe me a buck, is to send a runner to that mini Dorito. He overslides and then crawls in at an angle. I think that's the safest way into the snake off the break.
yeah, they were able to make it to the corner a couple times against us. Who we got over here? Armada and Shock?
Yeah, we're going to be watching Armada and Shock.
Okay.
Armada's going to be on your left, Shock on your right.
I know most of these Armada guys from the Mexico events.
Well, you are well traveled. All right, Armada's immediately going to get a check and going to lose their mini temple player over there on the Dorito side. What do we got on the other side?
We got Thomas Taylor over here in the back center. Okay. There's that jet and the money.
Without a mohawk, I don't recognize Thomas Taylor.
Right. He fits in with the rest of the kids.
It's so weird for me to think of Thomas Taylor as the old guy on the team.
Yeah.
Because he was always the young punk. All right, so 4 and 5 in favor of Shock.
Oh, Armada got the wide kill. Now they're just got to sit there and not let him out.
So 4 and 4. There we go. Armada's into the snake now. Snake 1. They're going to bypass the snake 2. This tower is crucial to stopping the move from snake 2 up to that snake mini wall.
It's different for us because at practice the tower could see the snake 1 to snake 2 gap where that guy just crawled to.
Yep.
And on this layout you cannot see that.
No,
so that's kind of messing with some people's shots. I don't know if it's everybody or if we just had the layout set up wrong.
You can drop a shot in between the snake 3 and snake 2 to stop the move.
But we were able to do it from 1 to 2 and now we can't. So they're just flowing down this side from us.
So Shock just dropped a couple more players. Armada now up to this 50 brick on the snake side. Armada's well in control at this point. Even worse for Shock. I don't think they're aware of this brick being hot. Yeah, that's Ariata for shot. He's free to do whatever he wants. Nobody even knows he's there yet. Oh, nice shot. Arietta blows up the that mini Dorito.
Let's see if this still holds, but apparently this side's the win side. That side's the lose side. So we'll see.
All right.
We'll see if Shock switches, and if Shock gets a point, then my theory must be correct.
I didn't track which side was winning. The first thing, as soon as you said that, you know what I looked at? I looked at where the sun is.
Yeah.
Right now the sun is behind my back, which means it's split.
The Doritos, I can't see anything inside.
Yeah, that's true. Your Dorito side's going to have a very hard time looking over to this snake side during the morning hours.
They love us because they always give us the 7 a.m. game. I promise you, no matter what event it is, they give us the first game.
Off camera, Logan was complaining that TPP Crew was too nice by not overshooting his players.
Yeah, y'all are playing semi-pro now. Y'all need to like hurt somebody.
Yeah, you need the wake-up call of 6 shots to the back of the head walking off.
Yeah, at least I need it.
To get your juices flowing?
Yeah.
Hey, we can go on the field between points. I can do that
My
for you.
team offered that, and I was about to say yes.
It's a masochistic tendencies.
Does Allstars have their full roster? Because I thought that they were kind of splitting up and not really playing, but apparently they got their squad.
They're in here playing. Unfortunately, you can't look up rosters from last season anymore in PP League, so it's tough to compare.
Mm-hmm.
All right, 5 alive for both teams. Single player at home for both teams. I expected to see a lot of doubling up of home this weekend. Not so far. Neither team into the snake. Both teams pretty much mirrored up at this point. DMG is into that snake corner, although as I say that, they lose that snake corner. That baby Dorito in the snake corner is so hard to live in.
Dude, especially when you're 6 foot too.
Oh, it's awful. I wouldn't know anything about that, but it sounds awful. All right, KC Missouri All-Stars goes ahead and gets into that D3. That's a nice power position.
They're in the 50 over there, wrapping the 50 now. Yep.
First,
it really is. Oh, he just got shot on a bounce shot in the pack.
Did it work?
I'm pretty sure that guy just got shot in the pack from a bounce shot.
Oh, man, the wave of humanity walking off for DMG. I just watched 3 players in unison get up and hold hands and walk off the field.
Yep.
That's going to blow it up. All-Stars going to win this thing. All right, what do you think of the layout so far?
To be honest, I don't like it.
That's fair.
I don't like it.
What don't you like? Show me on the doll where this layout touched you.
Everywhere. The lanes off the break aren't that great. It's literally just a race to the 50s. And to be honest, we like to play pocketball. And not just pocketball, but like, I'll stay in one bunker for the entire game, and I won't have to leave if I don't have to. Like, I'll sit there and shoot twin pods out of one bunker, and that makes me happy. This one, I ain't doing that. There's no way.
You got to move.
Yeah. Yeah.
So what I saw in the first match, not just your match, but the opposing match with Philly Corrupt and anyways, what I saw was a lot of play up the middle. And by the way, this snake side tower is an auto take every game. It's so important to slow down the snake. You're going to take that. But beyond that, I saw a lot more bodies than I expected going up the middle to these standing wedges, especially about the 40-yard line. I don't think it worked that well. I saw a lot of deaths out of the middle.
Every time we knew they were out there, they're dead in 5 seconds.
Yeah, it wasn't working, but every team was trying the same thing. Now, again, this is early on in the weekend. You haven't had much time to play this layout. Everybody's still trying to figure it out. By the end of the weekend, this will play different. But right now, I'm surprised by how many teams are trying to push up the middle.
Yeah.
You don't think that the breakout lanes are great. I thought maybe that the breakout lanes are scary enough that teams are choosing instead to send a body up the middle to not risk running wide.
I would rather them send a body up the middle, honestly.
Yeah. You'd rather the opposing team?
Yeah.
Agreed.
I mean, and I think this layout's going to pay off for the teams that are fast, like Jet Ski over here, rounding the corner into the snake. I've got a feeling that the fast teams are the ones that are going to win these points every time.
So that is the first time I've seen a player do what I've been advocating, which is go to that baby Dorito, go around the outside of it, and immediately get into the snake mini brick. Here we go, up into Dorito 2 for Shock. Shock is going to lose their snake player, though. Oh, he got just clipped on the top of the hopper. Good eyesight by the refs. All right, so 4 alive for Shock. They're going to go ahead and fill out to this snake corner, hopefully not stay there very long. They are in snake 2. What do we got over there for Armada?
Armada's going to check out to the back center. Oh, there's Tierra getting out.
Yeah, you just
no penalty, though.
First, Tim.
No penalty. They're in the snake. And I believe, nope, not in the corner. I don't know how many bodies Armada has. I think 3 or 4, right?
I believe they're at 3 right now, but I could be mistaken.
Oh, they should check.
Yeah, get out of that mini Dorito.
Yeah, that baby Dorito is not the move, man.
Ugh. Nice move by Armada player up here to the 50.
Yep.
Shock's
This
gonna,
point's done.
Shock's gonna lose her snake tower. This baby Dorito is in a world of trouble. He doesn't know it yet.
Got him.
No!
Why would you? Oof.
We are 100% wrong.
They just lost their corner guy,
They
too.
lost, yeah.
Now it's a 3-on-1 or 2-on-1. Can't even tell who that is over there.
Yeah, drop back by Shock to Dorito 1, trying to salvage the situation. For Armada, you got Snake Tower hot.
So he was just in the D2. Now he's moving all the way back around,
Yep.
trying to create some extra bodies here, maybe scare them.
They picked up on him at home. I would have liked to stay at that mini tempo if I were him. I think it's easier to defend than this.
Except you can get pinched out of there really fast.
Yeah.
Good job by this guy by getting to the 50 over here just to close this game out.
That was number 26 for Armada. That was their Snake Tower player. He drops back, crosses around the snake, moves up, blows up that last Shock player. He's going to close it out and maybe shoot his teammate while he's at it. But
looks like my theory was wrong.
Which is what?
The which side you start on is which side.
Oh
you
yeah,
win
you're
from.
right so far.
Yeah, this morning was a little rough for us. I don't know if it was just the sun having the problems or what it really was, because we were just going point for point with them back and forth. Everybody won from that side for 6 points in a row, and then they came and they gave us 4 more unanswered points.
So I think there's going to be a lot of chaos at the beginning of every event, and here's why. 2 reasons. 1, the layout drops a week and a half before, and the way your team reads that layout and how how to attack and how to defend it can be wildly different than another team halfway across the country.
You would think shooting 60 cases and playing 180 points when the layout drops, I think we should be well versed.
So
but,
well, I'm trying to give you cover here. I'm giving you cover fire.
Maybe I'm wrong.
and the other one is you from different regions and countries, you have very different play styles. And you could be a wildly dominant team in your region. You show up and play against a team from, say, Puerto Rico, and they come at you with something completely different.
Yeah.
And it could be screwy.
Yeah.
All right, damage on your left, Allstars on your right. Allstars up by 1 point.
DMG's going to double up that tower, and they're going to launch.
I saw a bit of that last match. They're going to do it again.
I don't hate that, but let's see if he can live.
Yeah, that's
That's
key.
the real question.
We're going to get a check.
What do you do when you get there?
Stay really, really low. I think he's doing the best he can.
Is this guy not shot right there in his wrist? Or is that just rub?
I think that might be his jersey or it might be rub. No, it's either rub or, well, it's not going to matter now. He's going to take a walk.
And I don't know if everybody would agree with me on this, but this sandy dirt stuff, it slows you down so much.
Logan, first rule of the internet is if you say anything, the comment thread will fill with people disagreeing with you.
Hey,
So
man, I like disagreeing with people because I like to argue.
It doesn't matter if you say the sun is hot. It doesn't matter.
What do you mean, dude? What? The sun is hot?
See,
Nah,
there you
dude.
go. Jump
It's
on
cold.
the event. All right, DMG doing a good job adjusting. They're into the Snake 2 now. They have that Snake Tower.
So this dude's all the way wrapping on his knees from that Dorito side wedge in the center 50. He's all the way, he's in the middle.
I like what he's doing over there. I think the only way to survive in the middle on this field, if you're going to go there, is you've got to be super low to the ground.
Yep.
And standing is just a death sentence there. DMG doing a good job pushing there across the middle. 3 bodies across the 50. This is number 37, Gerber. He is doing damage. And that's it. He's going to clean it out. Congrats to DMG. Honestly, the way that match started, the way that point started, they were definitely down. Both down in bodies and down in position, and they brought it back. Good dig. Good work digging deep and pulling that one out.
I think DMG had 4 alive, right? So all of these points seem to be going fast, like real fast.
Well, what's your definition of fast?
Like a minute and a half, 2 minutes or less.
That's about right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say that's about what we're seeing. And that, by the way, is an important piece of information, especially for a coach.
Oh, yeah.
If you're going to start making decisions on when to towel, when not to towel,
know how much time you got.
You got to know how long this field takes. So, but back to that, discussion about learning about this field. Again, you got a week and a half to practice it. I don't know about your personal schedule, but I know most players don't get a lot of spins on this layout before showing up here.
I was fortunate enough to get off work for Thursday and Friday, so I played with Paintball Fit for Thursday and Friday. Played like 30 points each day, and then Saturday, Sunday, we played also. We played, shot 55, 60 cases, I think.
Well, there you go. That dovetails with my advice to players. Please be marginally employed. It leaves you a lot more free time to go practice.
I'm lucky my boss plays paintball, so I can just tell him, yo, I got to go play.
That's
He's
huge.
Like, okay. Shock doubled up the back center, and they shot 2 of Armada off the break.
Yeah, Armada's going to lose their Dorito side real early on. They are going to get into the snake, though.
So they shot both of their Dorito players. Wow.
So for Armada, this snake player has got to do some damage. Number 44, he's doing a good job. Arietta getting up to that snake 50. He's going to blow up the tower. There's somebody past him. He doesn't know about it.
He doesn't see it.
Neither one knows. Their backs are exposed to each other. Oh, Arietta's going to take a walk, leaving the shock player up the middle, still alive. Well,
quick point from Shock.
You were saying, I'm going to make you look like a genius here. You were saying this field is going to favor quick teams.
Yeah.
That was a quick team for Shock.
I'm telling you, if you can get a kill or 2 off the break, you win that point 100% of the time. You should win that point. 100%.
Shock also making me look stupid by pushing up the middle, which I say has not worked out well so far.
It works if they're looking the wrong way. I'll tell you that much. If you know they're not looking at you, you have it all day.
Exactly. So I talk about it being like a meta, right? Like as the weekend goes on, the meta of how to attack this field changes. This is interesting to me because we're seeing so much up the middle push that late game situations where you're down by a point, you got like 45 seconds on the clock or whatever. You know, normally what do? You send bodies up the middle because it's the fastest route between you and the other flag station. I think it's going to be tougher on this field to do that because so many teams are pushing up the middle on the breakout. Your opponent is going to be having guns dedicated up the middle.
I'm seriously for sure that the only way that you win quick points on this layout is you shoot bodies off the break. If you don't get a kill off the break, I don't think you're winning a quick point. Because if it's 5-on-5 and they make their spots off the break, they're just going to hold. They're not going to move anywhere, and it's really easy just to sit in the bunkers and wait here. And I don't think that if you get a kill off the break, you can win the quick point. If you don't, I don't think you're winning it.
Well, I expect to see a lot of double, even tripling up home off the break.
Oh, for sure.
Allstars on your left, DMG on your right, all tied up with about 11.5 on the clock. First check going on for DMG. They're going to keep their Dorito snake player alive. Their Dorito snake corner, mini Dorito.
Let's see if we get a penalty.
Logan, you've been playing semi-pro for a while, which means you've been playing underneath this reffing crew for a while.
Yeah.
Would you agree that if you are not calling yourself out, you're going to get a penalty?
Oh, yeah. I've experienced it that match.
This is not a ref crew that goes, oh, we saw a hit, we're just going to call you.
It sucks, too, because one of our home field players is in this snake corner over here on the far side, and he hates us. So we're getting penalties. I can promise you that.
So call yourself out if you're playing here.
I might even just walk off the box.
All right.
I'm dead.
Speaking of, nobody dead yet for either team. Still 5 alive. Allstars are in a snake. They're in that snake 1 mini brick. Allstars also doing something I didn't expect. They're up the middle and staying alive. Now they're up to the D2. I need to see DMG starting to make some moves. They need to get in the snake themselves to counter this.
Yeah. I mean, oh, there it is.
All right, good kill for DMG. They pull out the All-Star snake player. All-Star's going to go to this mini Dorito in the back corner of the snake side.
So now DMG's up a body. The All-Stars are in the Dorito 50 now. See what Boyer can do over here.
From that 50 over on the Dorito side, the mini temple going into the snake is really super vulnerable. First, he's going to take out the tower. Then he's going to concentrate on that mini temple. Mini temple may have saved his life by jumping over into that Dorito.
Boyer just got shot coming inside of that 50 can over there on the D side. I don't know why. I think he was just trying to get a shot on that Dorito player.
So All-Stars have lost their 50 brick over there on the Dorito side. They refill it immediately.
Yeah, DMG just lost our last body too. Yeah. That's a point. 9:20 left.
All right, that was good resilience by All-Stars because, frankly, they took some key positions like snakes and Dorito 50s and then lost those bodies. But they did a good job, refilling them and pulling it back out.
Yeah.
frankly, they took some losses that I should have probably doomed them, but they did a good job rebounding from it.
Yeah, all those guys are pretty nifty little guys, so they'll fill those spots real quick.
There you go, All-Stars. You are nifty.
Nifty and mean. I don't remember which event it was, but somebody gave me a concussion last year.
Ooh.
I think it was Atlantic City?
All right,
Chicago.
Let me put on my biology hat, and I don't know a hell of a lot about biology. Did you get hit in the temple?
Oh yeah, about 6 times.
Yeah, that's the light switch for the human body. Is
Yeah, it was right there and in the ear. 6 balls just bunkered. I got rocked. This is a pretty unique and diverse shock team that they have for this semi-pro. They've got some. They got a crew, that's for sure.
All right, Shock is going to be taking you left. Armada is going to be on your right. 1 point differential, 10 minutes on the clock. That's not really an issue yet for coaches.
No, that's nothing. That's like a brand new game right there.
Yep.
10 seconds.
I'd like to see Armada push the issue on the D side because they've been winning their points from the Snake side. I'd like to see them win it from the D side for once.
There's probably guns waiting for them over on the Snake side. They might as well. Oh, I don't love that for Shock. They are 5 alive, so I don't want to complain too much, but Shock took the Snake side tower and then abandoned it going to the tower in the middle, which I think is a worse position. They lose their Dorito player now.
Thomas fell over here to the Snake corner again.
So by Shock not having the Snake tower, exactly what I expected.
Yep, he can go all the way.
It allows number 14 to just slide forward from that Snake 2 up to the Snake 50 because the tower was not hot. That is Arietta again.
If he just pops the top right now and just jump shots him, he can kill this Snake guy.
I don't know if he's fully aware. Let's see. Oh, there he is. Doesn't matter. He knows. Good kill for Arietta. Again, I come back to Shock by abandoning that tower is allowing this to happen.
Thomas is trying to suck in out of there.
Yeah, you got a real small to play that baby Dorito.
Yeah.
Arietta is free to go hunting. There's nobody even close enough to bunker him out. Arietta can just...
If he just crosses to their side, shoots this tower in the back, shoots the home, and then it's just the corner guy.
Yeah. Yeah, I think he can wrap and blow up that home. Or the tower. You're right. I don't know if he has a vision of the tower. There is a small can between him.
No, he can't see that right now for sure. But if he crosses to their side... Because I don't think Thomas is going to come get him.
No, it's too far. I don't know what his protection is. For Arietta, he also does not have the Snake Tower hot. He doesn't have a corner bunker. He doesn't have a home. Arietta's kind of on
just him over here?
I think Arietta's operating on his own right now. There we go. Now he's got backup. I wouldn't mind seeing number 0 for Armada crossing it up with Arietta, helping protect Arietta. Because he is the one that's going to do all the damage here in a second. Arietta's going to cross the 50. Now, if he looks to his right, that tower is dead. There it is. That Dorito is now his next victim.
Oof, almost got him.
I don't think he gets the trade.
Didn't
Thomas
get him.
Taylor survives that.
Oh, man. Big mistake.
However, Shock is going to lose a Dorito player at the same time. That leaves, I believe,
Armada's in the Dorito 50. Now in their Dorito.
Yeah, Thomas Taylor's going to have to do it all on his own.
Jedi mind trick. I'm good. I'm good. I'm clean.
I think he's a 3-on-1 maybe. Oh, 3-on-2. Well, he takes a body, but he's going to lose it. Thomas Taylor can't pull out the miracle there.
Armada still had 2 bodies. Oh, my God.
I believe they have one over the Doritos.
Yes, they had those 2, and then that guy traded with Thomas.
Yep.
Armada's finishing these points with bodies up.
I think Thomas actually took that middle player, but at the same time, the Dorito player for Armada's the one that finished him off.
Arietta's got to take that trade with that corner guy. He knows he's there. He's coming. He literally is hunting for him, and then he dies to him. He's got to take that trade.
So here's what I think was going on in Arietta's mind, right? Is that he was at about the other team's, Snake 1, really. He knew the Dorito was hot across from him. As soon as he locked on to Thomas Taylor, there's a clock in your mind. You know that you're standing in the open. That Dorito's not looking at you in that moment, but you've only got a couple seconds.
Oh, yeah.
So there's a sense of panic for Arrieta that he's got to kill Thomas Taylor in the next 3-second window, because sooner or later that Dorito's going to look your way again, and you're standing wide open. So I think that's why he got a little bit too risky, a little bit too sloppy. That's my guess.
Well, he kind of had to play the outside, too, because they're in his Dorito over there. He's on their side, so he has to play the outside and wrap it. He can't play the inside at all.
Right. All right, DMG on your left, Allstars on your right. I think Allstars sent 6 players out to the box.
Allstars has run to that first Dorito every single point. And the DMG guys are not shooting him.
DMG is going to lose 2 players. They're going to lose the Dorito side and up the middle. So it's 5-on-3 favor of Allstars. DMG does have this snake side tower, which is preventing the All-Star snake player from really advancing any further.
Where's he shot at, dude?
DMG is going to lose their snake player, and they're going to lose their temple player. That just leaves this snake tower.
This ref just called him out for nothing. There's nothing on him. They bounced him in the shoulder, and there's nothing on him.
We can't see the inside. There might be something else. I
no,
don't
there was
know.
nothing.
Well, I'm going to say it probably wouldn't have changed the game, because at that point they were 2-on-5.
That's fair.
Yeah, and then it was 1-on-5, and now it's 0-on-5. I should get better at this, so I'm about to ask you a thing, and it's okay if you say you don't do it either, because I don't do it. Do you read the ref's body language? Like, when it's 0-on-5, you can see refs start to get casual, start to kind of walk around, maybe
you know when they're down bodies, when the refs come off the sidelines.
Exactly.
Yeah. When the refs stand up in the middle, or when they come in and close on somebody, you know there's at least one. There's one left.
Sure, sure.
Yeah.
And by the way, and I'm not reffing nowadays, but I spent 12 years reffing both regional and a little bit of NXL. I was very careful about making paint checks on players that the other team didn't know they were there.
For sure.
Like, I had to really think about, is it worth doing this paint check? Because if I go in and paint check this player that just dove into the snake, I just gave away his element of surprise.
Right.
And even if I call him clean, I've now affected the match just by going in. So and these refs are really good, I believe. You may disagree as a player, but that has to go through your mind as a ref. Is it worth doing this paint check if it's going to give away a big move that nobody saw?
I mean, I don't know. It's up in the air on that for sure, because sometimes, I don't know.
Well, it's a big deal, because if you don't, Armada versus Shock, Armada might have gotten.
Jet did it again around the corner, into the Tiger 1. Effortlessly. Nobody even shot at him going up there.
So Armada's going to lose their player in the snake tower. They're going to refill it though.
There goes another body for Jet. There's 3 bodies for Jet.
Oh man. If I'm Jet, just let this home player shoot at you. Let your teammates do the work, because you're up way on bodies.
He already has 3 kills too. Let somebody else get some.
Yep. Well, at some point, if you got guns locked on you, don't be a hero. Just let them shoot at you and let your teammates do the work. Oh, yeah, there you go. Home player's going to take a walk.
Now it's just one Dorito player over there.
One lonely, sad, overwhelmed Dorito player.
There goes Thomas.
There it is. He's out. He's
going
out.
for him. Oh.
Here's some bonus balls. Thank you for coming. Exit through the gift shop.
Take your receipt. No refunds.
You can buy your pictures in the gift shop. To be fair,
I'm so glad that I'm watching this match and watching Jet go around that corner.
Yeah.
Because we play him. I think we play him either today or tomorrow. I don't even remember.
All right, we'll get your scouting in.
Yeah, that's why I'm here.
All right, so this is self-promoting, by the way. Thank you if you're watching this. Go ahead and tell your friends. You can go on YouTube, go to Major League Paintball, share the link to this with your friends. But what I'm going to ask you, how much do you use these webcasts to try to go back and watch your games? Like tonight at the hotel?
Oh, every night, 100%. Yeah. We do our at the field scouting, and then we do our online scouting as well. Because sometimes we can't watch all the games, but even if we get the chance to watch them, we're still going to go back and perfect our game plan against a good team.
It's useful information. You know, I didn't have back in the day. You had to literally walk and hope that your schedule allowed you to go and watch teams play.
Right.
Now you can just go watch the footage from.
Yeah, we're a little more fortunate now, I'd say.
Yeah. I mean, it cuts both ways. The other team's going to do it
Oh
to you.
yeah,
So.
for sure. If you're not doing that in semi-pro, you're
Yeah, you're
screwing
wasting
yourself.
Yeah, you're wasting a huge resource.
DMG didn't play semi-pro last year, did they?
I believe they did.
I don't think they played the full season. At least.
Give me a minute and I can pull that up.
I know they played a little bit, but I don't know if they played the whole season.
All right, we're still 5 alive for both teams. It looks like DMG is up into the snake, though. He's going to get past that snake tower trap. DMG did play last year. They were 20th overall. They took 24, 22, 19, 21, and 17. So they're very consistent.
Yeah, man. It's not 8 o'clock in the morning, and they are letting these flags fly.
Yeah. Well, these refs are never shy about that. I think they
Yeah.
get bonuses based on how many flags they throw.
Probably,
All
man.
right, this is number 7 for All-Stars. He is at home, and he's going to get pulled. I won't be surprised if there's a flag for that.
Another one.
Nope. Okay, just a body pulled. That leaves just that Dorito 2 hot for All-Stars.
DMG's over here in the snake. Oh, I think he recognized it. He's launching.
Nice.
Good read, buddy. Good read. Yeah, I think he saw that snake player coming, so he's like, I'm going too. I'm not sitting back here.
I think the middle standing wedge player for DMG picked up on that move to the snake, though. He's very cautiously looking that way. Oh, no, he's passed. All-Star player is passed. He's all the way into there, maybe
Bring
20
around
or
Rosie.
30. Stop
he got
shooting.
him. He got him.
Stop
No, he shot him.
shooting.
He
It
shot him
doesn't-
before.
okay.
He shot him before
Here's
for
the-
sure.
Here's the problem. Hey, I'm going to use this as a teaching moment. And if you're listening to the sound of my voice, please, dear God, when you are watching an opponent running to your buzzer, right, and they're about to hit it, you have got to stop shooting before after they hit the buzzer.
Yes.
Because if you shoot them even one ball after they hit the buzzer, guess what the refs have to do? The refs have no choice but to say, well, I don't know if these hits occurred before
Right.
or after, so we're
Right.
going to call them clean.
Right.
It is imperative.
If they give them this point, I'm going to be upset because he got shot before for 100%.
You
But also, as soon as he recognized that, he should have just beat him to it, except I think that the
Nah.
All-Star guy would have beat him.
Yeah, I don't think he could have beaten him there.
He definitely got shot before that. He hit the buzzer.
I
right,
think-
right in the arm.
I think you're probably right.
Yeah.
And I think the refs should have seen it. However, my point stands. If you keep shooting a player after he hits the buzzer,
They don't know.
You are covering up the evidence that you shot him before the buzzer.
Exactly.
And I know as a paintball player, you're
Oh, so
instinct-
reverse point. That he.
So they're calling him
Yeah,
dirty.
it's a dirty hang.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, good for DMG. Again, sorry, it's one of my pet peeves as a player and as a coach. If you see a player hitting your buzzer, stop shooting him.
Yep.
I know it feels like you should keep shooting him. You should not. All right. Well, hey, great move by the All-Star player. He nearly pulled that one off.
Yeah.
He was.
That was a good read for sure.
Yeah, that was well done. All right. All-Stars, by the way, came in 8th last year overall. They're definitely one of the teams in contention probably this year. Now that we've had
Yeah, they're
leverage,
definitely one of the guys we're watching for sure.
absolutely. Now that we've had leverage and Royal City Sea Dogs exit stage left in the pro.
We never got to play either of those teams. That's crazy too. We never got to play Leverage. I think we might have played Sea Dogs one time, but we didn't get to play either of those guys very much.
Well, the opportunities passed by.
Yeah, I know.
Let you go pro, man. Shut up, we're trying. Pro team 2026.
That's the plan, but
All right, Shock on your left, Armada on your right. Shock down by 1 point.
so Shock's consistently doubling up that back center. They're going to the tower. They're stopping short. So I think I've noticed when Jet's in, they're sending him. When Jet's not, they're stopping short.
That's a tell. That's a tell that you need to be telling your coach about.
Oh, for sure. It's kind of nice because we don't have a coach.
Okay.
We've never really had a coach. We just kind of play coach at the same time. So we all kind of just bring like all 10 of our minds together at once.
So shut up, we're trying is some kind of weird hive mind coaching situation?
Yeah, we've never, at one time we had a coach, we lost.
All right, looks like we're still 5 alive for both teams.
Shock's still in the, oh, they just got out of the pocket.
Yeah, there we go, exactly. They were kind of stuck in a pocket. Oh, they're going to lose their snake tower, maybe? Nope, he checks himself, he's clean.
I think he was grabbing a pod off the ground.
Oh, okay.
I'm pretty sure he just put his gun down, turned around, grabbed a pod, and picked it up.
There's no way he's out of paint 30 seconds into the game, though.
He's like, no balls go to waste.
Yeah.
Todd Adams said, I'm not cheap.
Yeah, they apparently are not paint sponsored because they're not risking any loss. All right, Shock up to the 50. Nice move. He shoots out what I assume is Arietta for Armada. This is number 2, Nest for Shock. Holding that brick. He doesn't have anything in the corner to oppose him. He can start wrapping and doing
that
damage.
player launched up to the center 50. Now he's in there.
Yeah, but then he came off of it. Nest is going to turn around and see. Okay, he's back on it. He's back on it. Oh,
you gotta go. You gotta go.
Yeah, you have to go and bunker Nest now.
Now he's gonna crawl.
Nice.
Is that player still in there, or did he go to the other side?
No, I think he moved sideways. Now he's going to die. That's what I meant by you have to go bunker Nest. Once Nest knows you're there, you cannot live there. That was Jimenez. Jimenez would have been better off attacking at that point. He sets up the trap. He tries to get Nest to come into it. He misses the shot. At that point, you just got to go at him. All right, Shock is going to tie this one up, 3-3. A little bit under 4 minutes.
A good little tie game right here.
Yeah. This is why you tune in, for the drama.
Uh-oh, are we going to get a... Nope.
No, they're calling.
Thought we were going to see another one.
With more drama.
Would have been 2. Back to back.
All right, well, we were talking about the division and how it looks this year. So you got Leverage and Royal City Sea Dogs sliding up into Pro. New York Wrecking Crew's, probably one of the favorites. I don't believe Newbies are in for this year.
No, I believe Newbies are playing kind of mixed with the Philly Corrupt group.
Yep.
Yeah.
Greenville Grouse surprisingly drops down to D2. I would assume they had some roster turnover that probably forced them down to D2.
I think Matt went pro, didn't he?
Yeah, he did a little bit of AC/DC promo work.
I'm just playing.
P-Mob, I got to give a shout out. They're one of my local teams up in New England. Their roster, if anything, is maybe even improved.
I think they're a top tier team. I think they're a top 2 team 100, no matter what.
Absolutely. Pittsburgh Saints also there. Obviously, Allstars coming in.
So Pittsburgh Saints are actually Pittsburgh Mastadon now.
Okay.
They kind of merged and some of them left. So they're Pittsburgh Mastadon this year. So there's no Saints.
Yep. And
no
All-Stars.
Newbies, no Greenville. We got All-Stars. Nasty's still here.
Nasty's here.
Wildside Distortion is freaking stacked. They've got a roster on there.
All right, DMG's going to lose their player trying to go out to this Dorito corner mini Dorito. I'm sorry, Snake corner mini Dorito. They are into the D1.
They got a kill from the D side for the All-Stars. Or DMG got a kill.
So 4-on-4.
Oh, 4-on-3. Another All-Stars player is walking off from the D side.
DMG definitely being aggressive here.
DMG's in the 50, wrapping now on the D side.
Casey All-Star decides to go sideways into that mini Dorito in the Snake corner. That never works out.
Terrible idea.
Don't do that, man.
Might as well just walk off the field.
Yeah, exactly. All right, DMG's going to make this one look easy. They got off the break kills. They made their moves up the upfield, especially the Dorito side. It's going to be a walk-in win for them.
Sack's going to wait. DMG's just going to take some time off the clock to make it closer. The less time on the clock, the better, I feel.
You think so?
Yeah.
So another one of the commentators you're going to see on this broadcast this weekend will be Anthony Vitale. Anthony has a different theory. He believes that if you think your team is better, you want as many points as possible because statistically it'll bear out, right?
Well, that's every team ever. You always want more points.
Yeah, so he believes that if you think you're better than the other team, you want quick points. Hey, we're saying hi to one of the NXL Pro photographers. That's Smiley Joe, one of the best photographers in the business. Stopping by to say hi. I'm kind of ambivalent. If the game's going to tie up like it is 3-3, then I'm not sure there's a huge advantage trying to kill clock or not kill clock.
Well, on this layout, I mean, you don't. The less time, the better, because the less time they have to run at you. I mean, it's not that it's hard to hold on this layout, but it's easy to go fast on this layout. If you can make it to your spot alive, you can go.
NASCAR.
Yeah.
Go fast, turn left.
Ka-chow.
Oh, my God.
I am speed.
All right, now we're going to get a copyright strike from Disney. Thanks a lot, Logan. Or is that Pixar? I think it might be Pixar.
Aren't they the freaking same thing?
All right. Armada and Shock tied up 3-3. Armada on your left in the green jersey. Shock in the black and white jerseys. Jetski not into the Dorito, into the Snake yet for Shock. Or is that Nest?
I don't know. I can't tell. I think it's Nest, yeah. Death out of the back center for Shock. 5-on-4 in favor of Armada. Armada is in the Dorito 1 or 2. About to go to the 3. He's trying to go.
Armada player going to take a walk from that Snake insert mini temple. They don't.
So one other thing that we learned from today is see that guy in the tower?
Yep.
If there's somebody else in the tower on the opposite side, they can just shoot them the guy in the face. So normally you can't, because the center of this field dips down.
Yep.
And then it's kind of in a little pit down there. So all those bunkers are lower. So you can see over those 2 pins and you can shoot your guy heads up. Ooh.
Your mirror.
Yeah, the Dorito guy's going to work over there. He's got 2 kills, about to be 3.
All right, here's the Snake Tower's chance for Armada to do some
Oh,
to do
he's
work.
dead.
No, he's going to get. He's going to take a walk. Because
Right, so
he's
that's
not there,
50.
Shock easily gets into the 50 brick. Armada player not aware of it here in the Snake. Now he knows.
Got him.
And he got him.
Shot. This is a point for Armada for sure. That's, I think, 3 or 4 bodies dead. I think there's 1 or 2 left.
You are right. Shock's going to towel out of that. Another observation. I'm surprised by the survivability of home. So looking at this layout, I expect to see a lot of double up, even occasionally tripling up of home on the breakout.
Sure.
Because I think it is a bit risky trying to get in the Snake or even D1 on the breakout. So I expect to see a lot of pocket play. Because I expect to see a lot of pocket play, I would, if I was a coach, I'd be telling my players, immediately try to get a gun on their home.
Oh, yeah. If there's 2 or 3 back there,
there's no way they can
at minimum 2. Don't let the guys leave, because the home guys aren't going to stay there. The home guys are trying to get out.
Even if you can catch them before they leave, you're probably going to kill them. Like,
yeah.
it's tough to live 2 bodies alive.
You tell me how it is playing against Colt Lukow and Trenton Mason in the back center, and it sucks. It ain't fun. I'll tell you that.
How often do you push your teammate out of the bunker? Just to you sacrifice the teammate.
Sometimes, man.
All right, DMG All-Stars tied up 3-3, 5.5 on the clock.
Oh, nice. I was just about to say, the next words out of my mouth were, if you're running a gun into that little temple, you should be dying, and he exactly did that.
This is getting ugly real fast. Penalty over there for DMG. Players throwing their bodies away for All-Star, trying to go up the middle.
Don't even fight that guy, buddy.
Now DMG into the 50 brick now on the Snake side. DMG home player filling out to that Snake insert mini temple.
The second guy in the DMG Snakes just needs to crawl to the other side and shoot everybody.
Spencer, number 29 for DMG, looking for some damage. His teammate's going to crawl past him.
This guy's 37's been playing forever. Since I was even watching paintball, he's been playing. Now he's going to catch that middle guy.
Oh, yeah. He's going to blow that up. No.
Got him.
Yeah, there you go. Gerber got him. Move to Dorito.
Yep.
Again, that would be great if it weren't for Gerber, number 37, sitting here in the Snake. Now he's going to trade his body, go one-on-one. Yeah, no. Okay.
Gerber did exactly what he was supposed to, and it paid off.
So the All-Star player got up out of the bunker looking for a penalty. Let me tell you, I mean, I'm sure you know this. I have this thing I call time gap theory, which is that if you want to get if the other team's going to get a penalty, there needs to be a noticeable time gap between, say, when you shot them and when they shot you. If it is not at least a second of time gap, the ref is just going to call you both out.
You ain't getting it. Yeah. All right, these refs are definitely on it when it comes to penalties. So if they didn't give you one, you're probably not going to get one, buddy.
Probably don't deserve it.
No.
Hey, shout out to one of our sponsors, Stick Gun Veteran. They're kind of a fun company. Their idea is that we all grew up picking up sticks off the ground and playing gunfights with them when we're growing up. And so they've turned it into a company. They got some interesting product. Go check them out. Some cool T-shirts, stickers, and whatnot.
What was the name of that?
Stick Gun Veteran.
Stick Gun Veteran.
You know, it's that whole thing about, like, when we were kids, you know, you always pick up a stick and sitting there shooting each other with it.
Sure.
And now here we are grown-ups, barely.
Still doing the same damn thing.
Doing the same damn thing.
We never change, man. You can take the kid out of 5th grade, but you ain't taking the 5th grade out of the kid.
Shock doubles up into the Snake. I think that might have been a miscommunication. I don't believe that Shock intended to send
I think Thomas just saw the gap and he went.
Yeah.
Because that tower guy's shooting for the wide guy, so Thomas like, oh, I'm free.
Yep.
He should have just crawled to the next spot. Wouldn't have even known.
So Thomas is locked onto this 50 brick. He's kind of wasting his gun because there's nobody there. Thomas Taylor should just go ahead and move up or let his teammate do it. First player walking off over there for Armada from the Dorito side. So 5-on-4 advantage to Shock. They got a one body advantage here in the snake too. They're not really using it. They should be pushing. Big run up by Shock up to the D2 from that mini temple actually. Bypassing D1. Another player peeling off for Armada, so 5-on-3 advantage for Shock.
Got him.
Hope they're going to lose their home.
60 seconds.
Oh, nice kill for Armada 50 brick player. Is this area head again? Yep, sure enough, he's doing a lot of damage today. He's going to look inside. Can he catch that?
He didn't see the middle guy.
No, he didn't see the middle guy. Go right past him, right to the buzzer. Arietta's going to have no idea. Oh. Oh, that's brutal.
Close, buddy.
Oh, Arietta had no idea. They went right past him at the very last second out of the corner of his eye. Caught vision of the Shock player reaching the buzzer. Oh, that is brutal. You know what he didn't do? He didn't shoot him after he hit the buzzer.
Well, hold on. He shot one of them, but not the right one.
Yeah.
Not the right one.
Okay, he tried.
Yeah, he did pull the trigger.
Yeah.
But not the right guy.
No.
I think these are both. So all of these games are going back and forth.
Yeah, this is a good match.
They're 1-point games the entire time. I don't think anybody's been up by 2 in this match at least.
Do you have something you'd like to say about the first match?
No, I do not.
Okay. You're right. If we look at just this match, ignore any other matches that happened today.
That first one was a mulligan, all right?
Yeah.
What do they call that, a breakfast ball?
Yeah, it doesn't count.
Yeah.
It's a warm-up. It was a warm-up match.
Yeah.
Doesn't count.
It counts to the other team.
Congratulations, TPP crew.
Yeah. This is their first semi-pro event, too. But we knew that coming into that game that they were going to play fast against us because they've always played fast. We played against them for 2 years.
All right, DMG out, 5 alive. They have a good spread, not doubled up at home.
They're letting the snake guy come to their snake without the tower guy looking.
The tower guy's looking inside for
I know, and they're just letting
DMG.
him come to the snake. This guy could get to the 50 on their side and not even know.
Yeah, the DMG is not using the snake tower correctly. DMG player into this Dorito corner. He might be doing gun surgery. Oh, I don't know if I like that move. Leaving the number 24 for DMG.
And not looking at the snake.
Yeah, this is
double whammy.
This is not good for DMG. They are up a point.
Oh, there goes a kill out of the middle for DMG.
By number 24, the person we were just complaining about. All right, great work, number 24. Us idiots in the booth, we don't know what we're doing.
Just gotta start talking crap about everybody. Maybe they'll start getting kills.
Yeah.
Is he just trying to safety this 50 or? Yeah, he's just waiting for him. Double that snake again.
Yeah, DMG's doubled up in the snake.
And they're in the 50 on the D side. Yep. All right, well, now we got a 2-point spread.
Yeah.
Can we see a 3-point spread? What do you think?
History would say it's possible. All right, good work by DMG. Honestly, I think both of us agreed. We didn't like how they were using that snake tower. They really didn't. They didn't
contest the guy at all. If that guy was smart, not saying he's stupid, but if he was smart, he knows that guy's not looking at him, right to the 50, and you kill that guy.
Yeah. So, these layouts, every time a layout is released and I take a look at it, I see obvious big threat bunkers. You know, it's always the snake, it's always the D50. Those are big threat bunkers, right? But what I also see when these fields are being designed, baked into them, there's always an answer. And it may not be a perfect answer, but in this case, that snake tower is there specifically to give you a downward shot into the snake, specifically to stop the bump from snake 2 to snake 3.
You know what's so cool, too, is as a semi-pro team, we play on 3 different fields this weekend.
That are slightly different?
Oh, yeah, so they're all going to be different. So this one, and then the next game we play on the Valken field and then the Empire field. So, yeah, we don't really get multiple looks on any singular field this weekend.
True. All right. And hopefully you're in the pro field at the very end playing for the final.
That's the plan.
All right, Armada Shock tied at 4-4.
Oh, Armada just lost 2 also.
There is no time left on the
3.
clock. Oh no, that's at least it's a minor because we're under 60. If that was a major, that'd be the game right there.
Armada should, they have 20 seconds. They can hold this for 20 seconds.
Yeah, easily. Just do
Stay
not get
alive.
a major.
Just stay alive.
Yep.
Oh no, why would you die?
Well, I still think they can hold it. We're under 10 seconds now. This last Armada player just needs to stay there just long enough. Here we go. Big run through by
Not going to
Taylor.
make it. Not going to make it.
No, he's not. Oh, oh, whoa. All right, he's going to get a bill for that bunker and the damage he just did.
A little bit faster, Tommy T. A little bit faster. Come on, baby.
That it now scares me. When I see a player run in full tilt for the bunker, it now scares me. And you know why? Because of Colton Dahl from New York Wrecking Crew last year in Atlantic City.
The problem is that bunker weighed more than he did, so he launched. Yeah.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he went full aerial.
I hate to see this. I don't know if it's normal, but Thomas is limping.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's normal or if that's
an exhaustion limp.
Or yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, and you know what sucks? Colt Lukow destroyed his knee, and he lost so much weight. He's literally. He fits in with the rest of us. Like he's gonna catch to my weight here in the next 5 months, and that's a problem.
Yeah,
it's a freaking
for
problem.
That league.
Oh yeah, for anybody in that league.
Yeah.
And you know what else is a problem? Johnny Lukow. If Johnny Lukow ends up playing on that pro field, those teams are screwed. Johnny Lukow is one of the most underrated pro players that there is, and Johnny is nasty. Like I mean nasty.
Yeah, the Lukows came out of some kind of genetic breeding program for pro players.
Have you met Brody Lukow? That man is so. That man is a Superman. I'm not joking you. Like, he is straight up Superman.
Oh, no. All-Stars are going to lose a middle player and get a penalty from it. They're going to lose 2
That's
players.
A major. That's a
major.
Not under, it's not under 60.
No, but it's a major. That is going to gut the All-Stars.
Yeah.
I know the ref threw a yellow. It appears he meant to throw a red.
Now let's see if we get that 3-point spread.
We're at the 2-minute mark. All-Stars need this game. If they lose this game, it's going to be a 3-point, and this match is over. Again, if you're the coach of All-Stars, maybe start thinking about hitting the buzzer right now.
Yeah. The other thing with this layout that I don't like is it's all chaos. Every point's just chaos. And like, while I say I hate chaos, or I say I like chaos, I like playing off the chaos, I hate it too.
So the reason for that, maybe one of the reasons for that, is that this structure in the middle with the 4 standing wedges and the can and all those beams, and there's a couple more cans sprinkled around, there is a lot of vision blocking. And it makes it really easy for there to be chaos. You can't see what's coming through the middle until they're on your side of the field.
Right. So. Unless you're already in the 50, and if you're not in the 50 by then, you're
And then are you looking the right way? Yeah. You know, like you can be looking the wrong way, and somebody goes
we've seen it a couple times where these guys are in the 50, and then those guys just come through the middle, and they don't see them. The guy's wrapping the 50 here, the guys coming through don't see him, and the guy that's wrapping the 50 doesn't see the guy coming through.
You could have both. You could have almost any 2 50s on this field hot, by opposing players, and not know each other's there.
100%.
There's so much vision blocking right through the middle of this field. It's real easy for that to happen.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we are going to overtime. Armada versus Shock. There's going to be 5 minutes on the clock. It'll be a winner of the first point takes all, unless they tie, unless they go to a no point in some way.
1-on-1. 1-on-1.
1-on-1s.
I bet they both lose a body off the break. 4-4 off the break.
All right. Let's see. Logan Damas making calls about the future.
Oh, here's Thomas in the gap. He's going to cut across. He made it. Well, 5-on-5. I was wrong.
Yeah, but you went for it.
So Thomas just sat really in a dead spot, shot his gun, waited, and then now he went to the snake.
And he's going to get gun dominance on the snake tower, which lets him move. I love that. That's oh no, he's going to get checked. He's going to get called clean. And now he's going to get called out. Well, apparently he didn't make that bump. The only way he could have a hit on his hip is if he got shot making that bump.
Oh, yeah, he did.
Yeah. All right, so we're now at 4-4. Armada also loses a player. Shock probably lost a more important player just because of the position he was in.
Yeah, he's the only guy outside of the pocket.
Yeah. Armada is now into the D2. You know what we're not seeing, which is a long, slow, grindy point. These teams, DMG is certainly attacking.
You have to on this field. You have to attack on this field.
A lot of overtime points, teams don't want to take a risk, and they dig their heels in and turn it into a grindy point.
That guy's silly. He's running back there, and he sees the paint coming off the bunker, and he still decides to go.
Yeah. Tough def for Armada. Armada still has
Shock's going to get this point.
Oh, Armada has the D1. I think they might still have something over in the D3 area. No, that's it. It's just the last Armada player there in the corner. And he's going to get bunkered. So the shock player that bunkered the last Armada player immediately peeled off the field. I'm not sure he got shot. I think he's just being safe, and he's just getting himself off the field just
Yo,
in
man,
case.
with these refs, better safe than sorry,
Yeah.
I'll tell you what.
Yeah, I think it was a clean bunker, and he just said, I'm going to exit stage left rather than risk a penalty here. So congrats, Shock, on that one. I like that Armada was attacking. At least they weren't just trying to sit on their heels. They went for it. Didn't work, but they went for it. All right, DMG, dominant position, 6-3, minute 48 on the clock. For the All-Stars, this match is probably beyond reach. So at this point, if you're the coach, just try some stuff.
Man, they got a minute and 45 seconds. They can get at least 2 points if they really want to.
I think so.
At least 2.
Yeah. Three's asking a bit much.
30-second points. That's back-to-back-to-back. That's rough.
Without some red flags flying.
Oh, yeah. You hope that the other team gets a red flag, and then you get a free point.
That's your best chance. All right, thanks again to Stick Gun Veterans. If you get a chance, go to their website, check out some of their T-shirts and gear. I like the concept. It's like what we've been doing since we're little kids, picking up sticks, pretending to shoot each other.
It is 57 degrees. We're in Florida. This is not cool.
Yeah, not the Florida you expected. Here we go.
Silly.
DMG on the left. They're going to go up to that snake tower. They're going to look on the inside, though, which I don't love because it's going to let this All-Star player make his bump.
So All-Stars is making a good read off the box. They're going in front of that mini Aztec, and they're going in front of that into the snake.
All right, DMG is going to lose their home. At the same time, they do pull out the snake player for All-Star. All-Star is going to launch through the middle. He's going to blow up that tower. I think he's going to get 2, maybe 3. He's still alive, and there's a miner.
Oh, no, on the other side?
Yeah, on DMG.
No, on the other side.
Yeah, DMG just got a miner. That's it. I think
All-Stars got the miner. He was running for the other team.
I don't know. They're checking the flag hanger instead of just tossing him out. No, I think that was a DMG flag. If that is a flag on DMG, I think they might be starting down the next point, 4-on-5, because I'm not sure they had a body to fill it. Clean hang for All-Stars. So they're going to bring it within 2.
Who was the penalty on?
The subtext is what the direction that penalty went.
Yeah, you were right. DMG got the penalty, so they have to be down a body. That was their last guy.
It was chaos there. I'm not sure, but they might be. Yeah, they might be certain.
Well, so they had the guy left in that Aztec. I don't know if he actually got shot or if he got. No, he didn't get pulled because the guy came through, shot the tower, came and traded with the temple on this side. That Dorito temple was still alive. So I don't know.
I don't know if that was a trade at all. I think the player that we saw running through the middle, he peeled off left. I think that was the same gentleman that hit the buzzer. I think he was completely clean. I could be wrong. It was chaos there.
Yeah, that was, yeah.
Yeah. All right, well, in a span of just a few seconds, we talked about...
That was literally a 30-second point.
Yeah, we thought this match was over. There's hope now, especially if DMG has to start down 4-on-5. And that's an if. I'm not sure. Let me let you an inside tip as a commentator. When you're not sure whether or not the team is going to start down a point, watch the interaction between the coaches and the refs. I did not see a coach from DMG race over to demand an explanation.
He didn't know until I said something. He didn't know they got a penalty. He was like, penalty on DMG for what?
So I think DMG got the penalty, but I don't think they're going to start down a body because if they were, you'd see a coach over here asking for an explanation from Mikhail. Mikhail, by the way, is our ultimate ref on this.
I thought it was Jason. Or Mark. That's Jason, right?
Jason up in what we're going to call the ghetto tower. we have our head ref on the field. He's up on a ladder at the 50-yard line, which is super sketchy.
He's just chilling too. He's just chilling.
It's so sketchy. Have you ever tried to climb a ladder in cleats that are covered in paint? You know how dangerous that is?
So I work for a metal roofing company.
Yep.
So we climb ladders every day, or they climb ladders every day, and they're up on the roof. and on a metal roof too. So metal's already slippery, and metal at an angle, even slippier.
Even worse.
Slipperier.
That's just physics.
I don't even know what the word is for that. Slippery?
Yeah.
More slippery?
Most slippery.
Yeah, whatever. Same thing. Same, but different.
All right, stick around with us next. You're going to watch Tiki's Totems take on Outlaw AP Factory and Project X Allstars versus NYX. NYX moving down from pro.
I don't even know what their roster is, man. Are they stacked? Because Tommy T's gone. Let's see what they got. Roster.
We're also going to mix in some WNXL action today, and we're going to have some D5 action today. The D5 has a little bit of a special guest star. That's why we're running. Down by 2, not much time on the clock. They are immediately into the snake. They lose their Dorito
Well,
side player.
at least the DMG tower is not looking this way to get shots.
Finally,
so.
yeah.
I don't even know who shot the tower head inside over there. That little Aztec on the D side. Got one, missed the second one.
So DMG seems to have figured out a different plan than having that snake tower shoot snake side.
Oh, NYX just has a random.
All right, a bit
roster.
of a rebuild team.
I wouldn't even call it that.
There is a minor on DMG, though. This, again, gives an opportunity for Allstars to pull it within 1 point. We got 38 on the clock.
Yep, there it is.
Oh, and then the rug gets pulled out.
So now you see what I'm talking about, getting a concussion over there?
No, they're still gonna hit the buzzer.
Yeah.
Allstars, I'm sorry, the Kansas City Allstars are gonna bring this back within a point, assuming this flag hang is clean, with 30 seconds on the clock.
So now you see how I got a concussion?
Yeah,
that's exactly what happened to me.
Yeah, right to the temple. That'll do it.
At least 7. Yeah, NYX just has a couple D2 players, 1 D1. They're just, yeah.
Okay. Well, at least they're keeping the brand alive. NYX has been with us for a long time.
Oh yeah, and NYX, I forgot they merged, so they have their actual pro roster. They're down 3 against Ironman right now.
All
so
right. Way back.
Shock lost to Uprising 2-1. So that's crazy.
Yeah.
A 3-point game.
That's
crazy.
for
In
pro.
pro,
Yeah.
that means they're playing some long
And
points.
the same layout as we're doing here.
Yeah. Yeah, and Arsenal and Dynasty, that's a 11-point game. 11-point game and a 3-point game. That's a difference. That's a huge difference.
Another, as an old person, as a representative old person, it's also good to see the Arsenal name back onto the field. That was a name from my youth.
I was never around when that was a thing.
Yeah, those
I'm
were back in the
only
day.
20 years old.
We were shooting square paintballs back then. It's a whole different world.
Yeah, it's weird playing with grown men that have been playing longer since I was alive.
I played against, and back when NYX was ground 0, my team, which was the New England Hurricanes, we would go down and practice against them.
What year did you start playing?
Is it embarrassing to tell you that? 1992.
Well, I was not even a thought in anybody's mind at 1992.
Off air, I'll tell you my APPA player number. You will be shocked.
What, you're like one of the first groups?
I was among the first people to get on that system, and
that's crazy.
I'll just say I have a 2-digit APPA number.
That's some crazy stuff.
Yeah, I'm old.
I don't know what mine is, but mine's probably in the tens of thousands.
Yeah, I think we're in the hundreds of thousands now for anybody new that signs up. So
what's the deal with that? We got Dan Brazilian coming up here to play.
You knew it. You broke the secret. Yeah, we got Dan Bilzerian coming to play with Protocol.
How do you say his last name? Brazilian?
You call it whatever you want.
I mean,
I think it's Bilzerian.
Money Man. What do we want?
That'll work. That'll work too.
Money Man. Cool.
Yeah, we got Dan coming up playing with Protocol here throughout the year. Throughout the day. We might also get him to jump on the mic.
Why that name? That's such a.
I don't think he had a choice in his name. I think he was given it at birth.
No, Protocol.
Oh, Protocol. Okay. I don't know. I'm sure there's Dan's there. I'll try to ask him.
I don't even know this guy, man. I've seen him on Instagram. That's all I know.
Yeah. Big. Maybe
YouTube. He'll bring some of his lady friends with him too.
That would be nice. I don't know if we can get them on the field in bikinis.
Hey, in the pits would be tight. You know? I'll run pods.
I'm sure you'll have that opportunity. So I will say this, right? So it's D5, and people are like, oh, we tuned in the semi-pro field, we're going to D5. I actually really love commentating D5, or D4 even.
Oh, you don't know what you're going to get.
It's so much more wild.
You don't know
it's so much more wild. You know, when you get to semi-pro or even pro, like you just looked at the scores and there's a 2-1 score.
Yeah, a 3-point game.
The games are so much tighter and so much more predictable.
Yeah.
But when you get to the lower ranks, D5, D4, it is just circus time.
In D5 and D4, they give you miles, and you just take them. And semi-pro and up, they give you an inch, and you got to take the inch. But in D5, you're given a mile.
It's just crazy time.
Yeah.
It's crazy time.
Oh, yeah.
You can watch players run to the other team's 30 off the break just at random. And then you'll see players that can't make it to the first bunker without dying. It's just random. I'm not denigrating D5 at all. Believe me, I'm not.
If it wasn't for D5,
none of this
there would be no
exist.
entertainment.
Oh, none of this would exist. I think of the paintball as like when I say pyramid system, I don't mean pyramid scheme. What I mean is you need about, let's say, 1,000 D5 teams to produce, say, in 2 years, 700 D4 teams. And
right.
then
it just trickles and trickles.
It trickles down and
yeah.
trickles down. So we need a healthy ecosystem of D3,
100%.
D4, D5.
And I don't hate the whole D5 thing on this field. It's exposure is exposure.
Yeah.
We need that. We need all the exposure we can get. It'd be cool. I mean, we're sitting right out here outside of the Tampa Buccaneers Stadium.
Amazing.
And I wish some of the Buccaneers guys would come. Too bad we can't get a hold of Baker Mayfield.
Looks like All-Stars are down a game. Looks like our camera just got blown up. All-Stars back to out of hand. I think there must have been a flag reversal.
All-Stars just lost 2.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. We're at 15 seconds. It's a 3-point differential.
They're just going to try to not – they're just going to hold the spread, I think.
Yeah, I think All-Stars must have had a dirty hang. That's the only way to explain the score being what it is. I thought we were back.
It might have been a reverse point from malicious intent because I don't know if that's technically a major or if it's just a minor.
It's the ref's discretion, how they want to call that.
Yeah.
All right, well, Kansas City All-Stars, you were gamers, really try to fight back on that one. Congratulations to DMG, well done. And same thing to Shock. Shock Armada, great game. 4-4, bringing it to overtime.
Yeah, that Shock Armada game was a really good one. Yeah. I like that.
Last shout-out to Stick Gun veterans. So
Stick Gun!
Stick Gun, bring it. And thank you so much, Logan. I appreciate you coming out here. We're going to see you again this weekend.
Yeah, I'll be here.
We're not done with you. We're not done with you.
I'm glad. I got more crap to talk.
All right. Thank you so much. Good luck with the rest of your weekend. And thank you for sticking around with us. We'll see you in a few minutes with some more paintball.
We found ourselves outdoors with nothing but our imagination and some sticks. No matter our age or where we grew up, that's where we all became stick gun veterans.
Inside you somewhere lies a Hydra. An immortal, multi-headed monster born for the battle. But the Hydra mentality buried inside you must be cultivated through chaos. Rather than just surviving or remaining unchanged, the Hydra mentality allows an entity to improve, to thrive, to multiply its strength when exposed to stress and uncertainty, to strengthen with every challenge the world throws your way. Every time the Hydra gets its head cut off, experiences a loss or a failure, it becomes stronger by growing 2 heads in its place. The Hydra must seek war and discomfort in order to become the best version of itself. Be like a Hydra. Seek out difficult challenges, power through every hardship, and understand this stress test is a blessing which makes you stronger. This is the Hydra Way.
was ready to live.
We found ourselves outdoors with nothing but our imagination and some sticks. No matter our age or where we grew up, that's where we all became stick gun veterans.
We are off into our next match. It's Tiki's Totems versus Outlaw AP Factory. You were here at your 2025 opener for the NXL. We're in the shadow of the Raymond James Stadium, the home of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. You're watching Tiki's Totems on your left. They're in the red jerseys. Outlaw AP Factory on the right. They're in the dark jerseys. This will be the first match for both these teams today, so they're coming in clean. Got doubled up at home for Tiki's Totem. They have a player, Totems has a player sitting in the open, hiding in the shadow of a few bunkers. You better hope you don't get discovered. He's about 10 feet back from that snake tower. Now that's fine until the snake gets hot. Once the snake gets hot for Outlaw AP Factory, which it's now hot, he's got to get up there, and he does. Number 72 moves up to that snake tower. He's got to get his gun on the snake. He does. He's got to stop that transition from snake 2 to snake 3. Here you go. So far, Totem doing exactly what they should do. Outlaw AP into the snake. That number 3 for Outlaw AP. He's got to get past this gun in the snake tower. Tiki's Totem's going to lose. Wow, there you go. Tiki Totem's going to lose their snake corner. At the same time, the Outlaw AP is going to lose their snake player. Good work by this Tiki's Totem tower player. He's doing some interesting stuff this point so far, and it's working. Oh, the Totem player is getting itchy feet. He wanted to go for the snake. He got caught. That didn't work, so Tiki's Totem's going to lose another player. That leaves this snake side really just dependent on the snake tower to try to hold down the fort. Another AP Factory player peeling off. For Totem, I'd like to see number 22. I was about to say, I'd like to see him come this way snake side. Instead, he chooses to go Dorito side. That makes sense now that you see his Dorito player walking out. So they're going to spread the field. That's fine. Good move. Unfortunately, they're going to lose that tower player. He moved up to the 50. This is not an easy field to live on that middle section. And number 72 is going to take a walk the same time his teammate is also. That's going to be it. Tiki's Totem is going to towel out of this one. So good work to AP Factory. They withstood some early losses and managed to finish that one out. Tiki Totem, that's the first time today I've seen anybody try to play in the open. He was literally about 10 feet back from that snake tower looking Dorito side. Obviously, they knew about a shadow of a bunker he could hide in. Had a good game, but he overextended himself into that 50 in the middle. It is not a good place to try to live, especially standing up, especially down bodies. All right, Project X All-Stars versus NYX. NYX, certainly a name you know. They do have a pro team, and this is their semi-pro lineup. NYX is going to be in this white and black jerseys. Over here, Project X All-Stars is going to be the black with the red trim. Doubled up at home for both teams. Immediate attempt to move into the snake for Project X All-Stars. It does not work. They're going to lose both wing tape players. They're going to lose both their tape players. They'll lose their snake and their Dorito at the same time. Not a good start, especially considering that NYX is still 5 alive. So Project X forced into pocket play here. They do have the D1. That's the only guy outside of their pocket, but man, their backs are against the wall. NYX snake insert, the mini temple. He's looking the wrong way, misses the move. Project X into snake. They're going to lose their home player at the same time, so it's just 2 on 5. I guess if you're going to be on 2 on 5, it's not a horrible position to be in. You're spread wide. Boy, Project X still pushing it. They did not get the memo that they're down bodies. It does not work. He moves from D1 to D2, pays for it with his life, leaving his teammate, number 5 here, all alone trying to defend the snake. That's Perez, and he's going to try to drop back. It's not going to work. There's way too many guns looking. For NYX, that is going to be a clean game. Frankly, NYX was not the one doing the movement. They were just doing the sitting and shooting. Give credit to Project X. Even when down bodies, their guys were still trying to press it and trying to win the thing. Didn't work out. All right, NYX is going to go up by 1 point. We're going to jump back over to the Outlaw AP versus Tiki's Totem. Tiki's having an interesting game style, to be honest, what we saw out of that first point. Let's see if they go a little more orthodox here coming into the next one. You are looking at our schedule for the rest of the day. After this, we're going to see some WNXL Pro action. Femme Fatale versus Baltimore Nevermores. They're a new team. We're also going to see Dallas Vibe versus Northern Lights. I know based on social media, Northern Lights have been practicing all winter long. So hopefully they come in strong. All right, Outlaw AP on your left, Tiki's Totems on your right. Outlaw AP immediately into the snake. Looks like he's clean. Outlaw AP also goes up the middle, that standing wedge at the 40-yard line. Oh, Outlaw AP player in the middle asking for a check. He's clean. Outlaw number 21 fills in to the standing tower in the middle. Outlaw really pushing up that middle. Tiki's Totem's going to lose their first player, so it's 5 on 4. Outlaw pushing all the way up to the Dorito side, 50 brick. Outlaw well in control of this point right now, both body-wise and especially position-wise. They are stacked across the middle of the field. Tiki player takes a moment to reload, and in that moment, the Outlaw Snake player, number 3, takes that opportunity to move up. I'm sure he wasn't aware that there's a reload going on, but it worked out perfectly. This Tiki's Totem player in this Snake Tower is vital to stopping the move up the snake. He's got to keep his gun looking down into the snake to stop it. Oh, I think he's going to, nope, number 72 lives. He takes that moment. Number 3 here for Outlaw takes that moment to bounce up. Tiki's Totem player in this tower, his life is getting awfully short. He's getting a lot of guns on him. We're going to lose number 21 up the middle for Outlaw AP. No penalty, though. Not implying that there should be. Robles is going to take one on his left arm from the Tiki player in the corner, in the Dorito corner. That's a huge loss for AP. Tiki's going to take one to the hand. He's going to take a walk from that snake tower. A little bit of a drop back, number 18 for AP to that middle tower. For AP, for Outlaw AP, this game went from being almost completely over to suddenly looking shaky. They owned the front bunkers. They were up in bodies, and things are falling apart a little bit. It's still winnable, but if they lose this point, they really got to ask some questions. What the hell did we do? Here we go. Number 34, Stewart for Outlaw AP. He's up to the snake 50 brick. He's going to wrap, start looking for bodies. He's going to need to look the Dorito side. That's where stuff is left. He blows up that home. He's locking onto that Dorito side. I think it's D2. Ref going in to check. There it is. There's a penalty on Tiki's Totem. I don't think they have a body to fill it. So not only will this match end, I'm sorry, this point end, but they're going to start down a body the next point. All right, Outlaw AP, they flirted with disaster there, but they pull it out. Not only do they pull out the point, they're going to manage to make Tiki's Totem start down a point, if my math is correct, which my math is questionable. My real daytime job, I'm an engineer. I should know math, but give me simple math. I'll screw it up. All right, congrats, Outlaw AP. You're going to go up 2-0 with about 10 minutes back on the clock. For Tiki's Totem, time is not an issue. You shouldn't feel panicky yet. What you should not be happy with is what you've done so far in the field. It hasn't looked real good. It's looked a little disjointed. So come out with a different game plan. The main thing, if I'm the coach of Tiki's Totem, I'm going to tell my guys you need to calm down, communicate better, and adjust better. All right, Project X All-Stars is going to be heading out to your right. Again, they're in the black jerseys with the red trim. NYX with the white and black jerseys, they're going to be on your left. If you were looking at that shot, in the background, what you're looking at is Raymond James Stadium. That's the home of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The NXL has pulled off a doozy for the event 1 of this year, and that is they've put us right here at the heart of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers facility. NYX immediately into Snake and D2. Very aggressive breakout. We have not seen many teams do anything like that so far. Oh, boy. For Project X, not only are they going to lose a body, they're going to lose 2 bodies via penalty. NYX is up bodies and they're up position. There we go. Nice movement by Project X. They're up to the Snake 50 brick. Even though they're down 3 on 5, that gives them an opportunity to pull up some bodies quick. NYX loses their first body, so they're 4 on 3. NYX also moves from D1 to D2. He's getting a check, though. I think he's going to be... No, he's out. So we're back to a 3 on 3. Project X pulling it back. Oh, and he takes one to the right wrist. It's going to drop. At the same time, they take an attempt to move through the middle for Project X. That does not work at all. NYX double moving up to this brick. Deemers, number 77, going to go finish it out. Looks like Malsam's going to take a walk for NYX. He's a really good player. That's not a great player to lose. I don't think it's going to matter because NYX is controlling this. Deemers is now in their Snake, I guess we're going to call that Snake 1 mini brick. And that's going to be it. It's going to be a walk-in buzzer hit. If you think you are not threatened by a 12-inch by 12-inch piece of fabric colored yellow, you are wrong. It will completely upend your game, and that's exactly what happened for Project X. They were doing a pretty good job, but it just all fell apart as soon as the flag started flying. Congratulations, NYX is rock, paper, scissoring for rights to hit the buzzer. I think Deemers won that, although he's going to take a knee in the shadow. The Project X All-Stars coach is not watching the field. He's probably trying to go over game plan. NYX is just going to kind of milk the clock. I cannot see the Project X pit, but I pretty much guarantee they're all reloading, refilling, huddled around a clipboard, trying to figure out what went wrong last game, and none of them is paying attention on the field right now. There you go. Somebody finally noticed it. Project X is going to towel out of there. At this point, losing a minute off the clock is not a huge deal. I mean, that's not a enormous win for NYX milking another minute off the clock late in the game, because we don't know where the game's going to go from here. You know, this match could end up tied up towards the end, and that won't really matter. But if NYX is up by a couple points late in this match, then there's going to be some questions asked why they didn't hit the buzzer earlier. Anyways, Tiki's Totem, Outlaw AP Factory. Tiki's Totem on your left in those orange jerseys. 30 seconds. Outlaw AP up by 2 points. We got 10 on the clock. Lots and lots of time. Not an issue yet for either coach to worry about that. But Tiki's got to get something going here. There is a 5-point mercy kill on semi-pro, which means if either team can get a 5-point differential, the match ends immediately. If Tiki Totem drop this, we're getting kind of into that territory where mercy starts becoming a real thing. Tiki's with a much more aggressive breakout. They're all the way up in the D2. They're now at the middle 50, the left side standing wedge. They're going to go to the mini can. Nobody sees. I think they just crossed the 50 too. The ref's immediately reaching for a flag. There it is, except the flag is going to go into AP Factory. AP Factory is going to have 3 bodies walk off immediately, while only 1 body walking off for Tiki's Totem. That's exactly what Totem needed to crawl back into this match. Tiki just needs to make sure they don't mess this up. Just tighten the vise, finish it out. Get the match back to 1-on-2. If you're Outlaw AP, you need to spread the field. This snake side is wide, wide open. That mini tempo is going to take a walk for Outlaw AP. This should be fate accomplished. There's an attempted run through. That is not going to work for Outlaw AP. I respect the effort. I don't mean that sarcastically. Really, when you're down with a 1-on-4, you're not going to win it by sitting there and just trying to duke it out 1-on-4 gunfighting. So trying a crazy run through, I'm totally fine with that. And if I'm the coach for Outlaw, I should say the same thing. Great, go for it, because you're not going to win a 4-on-1. All right, well, that is what Tiki's totem needed, assuming this is a clean hang. That is exactly what they needed to get this match back within reach. The 3-0 deficit was really going to hurt, so good work by them. Let's be honest, the flag certainly helps. All right, heading back on the field, you got NYX versus Project X All-Stars. Project X is going to be on your left. They're in the black jerseys with the red trim. NYX in the red and, the white and black jerseys. So a noticeable difference, I'd say, from the first couple matches today. The first couple matches, we saw lots and lots of activity center pushing, especially on the breakout. I'm seeing a little bit less of that so far this match. Not zero, but a little bit less than what we've seen before. So a little bit more traditional, get out to the tape line type of action. Project X All-Stars, interesting breakout pattern. One of their home players doubles up and then immediately peels out to the Dorito 1, bypassing the mini temple. Project X also into the snake now, the mini brick, the snake 1. Both teams still 5 alive. NYX finally gives up their doubled up home bunker. He's going to slide outwards. He may have gotten shot doing it though, and sure enough, he's going to take a walk. So NYX drops one of their players. 5-on-4 advantage for Project X and positional advantage. Richie, number 95, up here at the Snake 3 for Project X All-Stars. He's going to look immediately inside, doesn't find anything to kill. The Snake Tower's not looking at him. He just has to battle his way past that mini temple. He takes the inside route and then goes to the Snake. Great crawl by Richie. He's going to end up looking cross. At the same time, he loses his middle player. Rich, he's going to die. That's a bit of a waste for Project X. All right. About 15 seconds ago, I would have said Project X was in control at this point. It's now not looking so much. They do have some support over there on the Dorito side, but this snake side is wide open now. NYX now in the snake themselves. They're at the mini brick. He's going to wrap, start looking at that home can, and make the bump to snake 3 mini wall. Frankly, there's nothing stopping him. If he wants to drop, that NYX player can drop and crawl to this brick. He's locked onto that home. He should worry a little bit about that mini temple over there on the Dorito side. Yeah, now's his opportunity for the NYX player. He should be bumping to this 50 brick now. There's nothing looking at him. There's no paint coming in. The home player just took a walk for Project X. And there it is. He has an opportunity to wrap, start looking on the Dorito side. There you go. He blows up that mini temple. That leaves the D2 over there for Project All-Star. I don't think he's aware. He's not aware, and it's going to cost him his life. Nice work. NYX is going to walk away with this. Number 27, pretty happy with himself. I don't blame him. All right, Outlaw AP with a slim lead. They're up by 1 point with 9 minutes on the clock. Tiki's Totem won that last point, something they desperately needed. They did not want to go down 3-0. This still gives them opportunities here to do something different. Both teams going to go up to the Snake Tower correctly. Tiki's again playing kind of off of it, squatting out in the open using the shadows of some shooting lanes to lock onto that Dorito side, something I haven't seen any other team do so far. Tiki's going to lose their potential Snake player. At the same time, Outlaw is going to lose number 39 up the middle, trying to get to that wedge. He's almost going to land on his player. Big move by Outlaw AP. They're up to the tower. I don't think that tower's the other Snake. No, he's aware now. Okay. Oh, that was an ill-advised attempt at crawling by Martinez of Outlaw AP. I'm not sure I like that thought process. You know, when we watch players make moves like that, sometimes we'll say, yeah, I don't like the outcome. Sometimes you say, I don't like the thought process. Meaning, even if it worked, it maybe wasn't the best decision. That one was not the best decision, although he was playing really well up until that point. So, bit of a loss there. There's a drop back by Tiki's Totem from the 50 to the D3. All right, Outlaw AP at the Snake Insert Mini Temple. They're at home. They're at D2. I got Tiki's Totem up there at the D3. They're also in the Snake Side Tower, a very important bunker on this field. So we got 3-on-2. It certainly feels like Tiki's Totem has the momentum, even though they're down by a body. Outlaw AP kind of giving on the heel vibes. Although, as I say that, nice move up to the 50 over there for Outlaw AP. They're at the mini break. He's going to take a walk, though. So it's now a 2-on-2. Tiki's Totem is going to get a penalty. I don't think they can fulfill that penalty. Yeah, that is a match. Well, there's a concession there. So the refs are indicating there's a hit underneath the armpit for the Tiki's Totem player. That's what's caused the flag. The question is, did they have enough bodies to fill it, or are they going to start down a body? Like I was talking with Logan Hansel from Shut Up, we were trying last match. I know when they're going to start down when I see the refs having a conversation with the coach. And if that's the case, you kind of know that there's a funky penalty. And I think I just watched Mikhail, our head judge here, go and have a conversation. So I think, unfortunately for Tiki, I think they're going to start down a body.
30 seconds. 20 seconds.
All right. NYX with a commanding 3-0 lead. Almost 9 minutes on the clock. That's lots of time. This certainly isn't over. Project X cannot afford to lose another point. At 4-0, you are right on the brink of a mercy there. Project X also a little bit late out to the box. That never helps with your breakout. NYX does lose a Dorito player on the run out. Project X takes a big run up the middle. Uh-oh. NYX is not only going to lose their Snake Tower, they're going to lose another player via penalty. They're down to 2 bodies alive. This is exactly what Project X needed. I believe we still have 5 alive for Project X. They are up the middle. They don't have a Snake presence yet. Nope, take it back. They're in the Snake 3. They're almost up to the brick. NYX has no reason to towel out on this one. They should really cross up their guns and just drag out the point. Try to kill as much clock as possible. Richie, number 95 for Project X, has now crossed to their side of the field. This home player is in a world of trouble for NYX. However, the Dorito managed to blow up another X player. Richie's about to just blow up that home. He's going to blow up that Dorito. Yeah, there is one poor NYX player in the Dorito D1. He's going to get blown up. That's going to be it. Richie, number 95, going to walk it in for Project X. This is exactly the point they needed. 4-0 was going to be disastrous for them to try to claw back into the match. So at least they're going to bring it back to 3-1, assuming he's clean. And with 7.5 on the clock, that's plenty of time. All right, point approved. There we go. All right, retaking the field. We got Tiki's Totem and Outlaw AP. Interesting. Is Tiki starting down with 4 players? I'm not sure yet. And if you get a chance, go check out AlabamaPaintball.com. Great facility down there in the Alabama area. If you're down there and you play paintball, or if you don't, even better, if you don't play paintball, go check them out. If you don't play paintball, how did you end up on this webcast? I mean, we're glad you're here. So anyways, if you're in the Alabama area, the moral of the story is please go check them out.
10 seconds. Game on.
Yeah, Tiki Totem, sure enough, starting with 4 players. They are 4 alive. They immediately go into the Snake and to the D1. This is a good start for Tiki's Totem considering their body situation. Oh, they're going to lose their Dorito player, though, so now they're 3-on-5. 3-on-4. Outlaw EP Factory player taking a walk. Nothing stopping this. How is this number 14 here for Tiki's Totem? Nothing opposing him. Outlaw AP really dropping the ball and covering the Snake side. However, as I say that, number 14 gets picked on the side of the hopper by an Outlaw AP player. All right, Tiki down to 2 players. Four alive for Outlaw AP. Outlaw AP kind of in a pocket play. It's not going to matter. Oh no, for Tiki, there's going to be another flag. I think they're going to be able to fulfill the point. They're going to be able to fulfill the penalty, so they're not going to start down a body. That's at least some silver lining to that. But they're definitely going to lose the point. All right, to be fair to Tiki's Totem, they had to start that point with 4 players, so they gave a good showing. They even got up here to the Snake Brick. It didn't work out, unfortunately. They're going to lose the point, but the silver lining is they shouldn't have won the point anyways, if you look at it statistically, and not a lot of clock. So they didn't lose a ton of clock on that one, so it couldn't have been it wasn't the worst outcome. But for Outlaw AP, they get a little bit closer to finishing off that match. All right, Project X All-Stars on your left, NYX on your right, NYX in the white and black jerseys. Looks like Project X rolling Richie out there to that Snake side again. He's been doing good work over here. I think he might be taking a run right off the bat into the Snake. Sure enough, and it looks like he's in clean. Great run for Richie. As soon as I say that, a commentator curse him right off the field. NYX up a body. More importantly, the body they took was a big kill. Cleans out the Snake and one of the players that are playing great. X is going to lose their Snake insert, so now their opportunity to get the Snake is pretty much disappearing. Outlaw AP going ahead and making the move to mirror up into this Snake tower. And they lose their tower. This is falling apart for Project X. If you're the coach, I could justify toweling out of this situation. You're down so many bodies, it's falling apart. It's a little bit early in the match to be trying to watch the clock, but yeah, towel out of this one, bro. If nothing else, save your last player from just getting absolutely stomped. There you go. Project X coach towels out of that one. Totally agree with it. All right, Tiki needs some answers, and they need them now. So they're down 4-1. There's almost 6 minutes on the clock. That's not really an issue, but they need the answers. They need to come up with something. So far, they've just looked a little disjointed. I don't know any other way to say it. They just look a little disjointed. I don't think they're playing great as a team from a teamwork standpoint. Outlaw out AP up into the middle. First rule of paintball, though, turn your gun on before the point starts. Outlaw AP is going to lose. Dorito side player. Tiki's totem up to this brick. 50, but I don't think he's aware of the opposing 50. Yeah, the AP player believes he shot him in the foot. Outlaw AP player, I think you go do him. If you're the Outlaw AP player, yeah, it's too late. Now you've missed your opportunity to launch. AP player going to take a look at the foot of this Tiki player is walking off because he's sure he shot him in the foot. For Devin Marchese, that's a great point. Way to finish it off. That is what Tiki needed. All right, so they're going to bring this game back to 4-2 with 5 minutes on the clock. That's plenty to work with. Tiki has an opportunity here. For AP, another point, especially a long point. Another long point would be great. All right, Project X All-Stars in a similar situation. They're down 4-1, 6.5 on the clock. I'm seeing success getting into the snake on the breakout, which I did not expect to see, to be really honest, looking at this layout, looking at the shooting lanes. So if you're Project X, just send it, because I think it's doable. Now, you're going to get a little bit predictable, because NYX knows the situation you're in. I guess you could, if you're Project X, as a coach, you can say, look, the clock is not forcing us to do anything stupid yet, but there you go. NYX chooses to spread wide. They're into that snake corner. There we go. Project X into the snake. They're up to the snake 3 immediately. He's going to snake 2. He's going to look to see if he can make that transition. There is nobody in the snake tower for NYX. That's a real opportunity, and there you go. The Project X All-Star player recognizes that he makes this bump, which he should not have been able to do if that snake tower was hot. First NYX player taking a walk. Actually, 2 of them taking a walk. Advantage Project X, 5-on-3. Another NYX player taking a walk. Another. That is it. Man, Project X just blew them off the field. Yeah, you're not going to live in that mini Dorito. That's it, folks. For Project X, not only is that a win, that is a really feel-good win. That was a complete blowout of a point. I would say I'm not going to say that this was the whole the whole point came down to this. By NYX's failure to take that snake side tower means they didn't have anybody to put pressure down into the snake that allowed the Project X player to easily move from snake bunker to snake bunker, get up to that 50 and start doing damage. So I would highly recommend, if you're listening to this, if you can get to this snake side tower, do it and have that gun dedicated to looking down into the snake. It's really your best chance of stopping a snake player from moving up. So we talked about this a little bit when Logan was in the booth with me last match. These layouts, the way they're built, you've obviously got bunkers that are huge threat bunkers. You know, obviously the snake, there's always a couple snake bunkers that can do tons and tons of damage. Same thing with the Dorito side. But the design of these layouts is that they'll put in solutions, right? So that snake tower is a solution to try to slow down the snake, right? So take advantage of that solutions because they're baked into these fields and they're always there. I'm not saying that the snake tower just automatically kills the snake. Nothing like that. But it's your best solution. So if you're looking at these layouts this year, there's going to be solutions baked in the field. You just got to recognize them. A little bit of a pocket play from Tiki's totem, kind of a conservative breakout. Same thing over there for Outlaw AP, not taking big risks. They're still doubled up at home. Tiki's totem goes ahead and gets to that D1. They're up to the snake tower. Bypass. Wow. Dorito just bypasses D2, D3 right into Dorito 50. He's in the brick. He's wrapping around the outside. Outlaw AP is aware of his presence, so it shouldn't be easy kills, shouldn't be free kills for him. Oh, as I say that, number 99 is going to take a walk for Outlaw AP. Good work by Totem player up at that Dorito side 50. Outlaw AP, I'm sorry, Tiki Totem now swarming through the middle of the field and the snake. There you go, last player desperately trying to get out of there for Outlaw AP. This was a huge win for Tiki Totem. Nicely done again. They're going to bring this game back to a 1 point differential. No, I take it back. It's a 2 point differential. That was a big win for Totem. 4 minutes on the clock. That's plenty of time. Outlaw AP started so strong to this match. No, it is a 1 point differential. Outlaw AP started out this match looking completely dominant. Tiki's Totem's figuring some stuff out. Their aggression's working. Their breakout is working. If I'm Outlaw AP, you need to figure out your breakout lanes shooting because you're letting the Tikis get it too far up the field. All right, Project X Allstars versus NYX, 2 point differential, almost 6 minutes on the clock. Again, clock is not really an issue yet. As a coach, that's plenty of time. You don't have to pull out stupid game plans yet.
30 seconds.
Hey, shout out to PB Warehouse. They're one of our sponsors for this event, pbswarehouse.com. I can speak personally because I'm a member of the AG community. That's Ware, New Hampshire. PB Warehouse works out of that area. They're doing a great job supporting that community. A lot of what you spend with them goes to helping build fields and support the players there. So give me a chance. Go check out pbwarehouse.com. Project X All-Star. Snake player dives way too short of snake, gets away with it. Same time, they make a huge run up to the D2. They're going to lose their snake player. Yeah, they're going to lose both their wing players for Project X. Actually, they're now down 3 players just with 2 alive. Big swing and a miss by Project X on this breakout. It did not work out. NYX had the guns waiting for him, and they ran right into it. NYX with a huge body advantage. Oh, dear God, that's a major. That's an unfulfillable major for Project X. That is the opposite of what they needed. So not only are they going to lose that point, they're going to start the next point down a body. Oh, they might be starting down 2 bodies. Okay, the reason I'm saying that is I'm watching the refs have a discussion. Yeah, they're going to start down 2 bodies. That is brutal. All right, so they are. The refs are currently inspecting a pod with a hit on it. The rule is, if you were hit on a pod and you drop that pod or throw that pod or whatever, that is considered a wipe in this sport. And that makes sense because you had a hit on you and you got rid of it. You may not have wiped it with your hand, but you threw a pod with a hit on it. So the refs got a pod with a hit on the lid. That means that wasn't just a major. That was a 3-body pole major, and they're going to start down by 2 bodies. That is brutal. Ugh. All right, we're back to Outlaw AP. Tiki Totem clawing, fighting, and scratching their way back into this match. They're down by 1 point with 4 minutes on the clock. Boy, Tiki's Totem might have gotten away with a false start there on their Dorito side player. All right, right now 5 alive for Outlaw AP, although Tiki Totem doing good work pushing up that Dorito side, putting a lot of pressure in the middle. It's starting to pay dividends. Players peeling off for AP. So it looks like we're 4 bodies live for both teams at this point. We did lose Devin for Totem. A run-through attempt by Outlaw AP over there on that Dorito side. It looks like we're just going to get a body trade out of it, so 3 on 3. Home player, number 34, lost for AP Factory. Oh, AP attempts to make the run around the outside of that mini Dorito into the snake. It doesn't work. There you go. Tiki's going to walk in and hit it. They're going to tie this matchup. If you told me 10 minutes ago that this was going to be a 4-4 match, I would not have believed you. Outlaw AP came out so strong in this match. Tiki was looking for answers. They figured it out. It's back to 4-4 and the momentum squarely in Tiki's favor, including getting through a down body situation. So congratulations, Tiki Totem. You've got a match in their hands. And if you want to get better at paintball, take a chance. Go check out BKI Paintball. They are an online training course. Not just online. They actually do have camps that they run both up in the New England region and occasionally down in the Texas region. A lot of paintball players have learned a lot of stuff from them. You got pro player input into a lot of the coaching situations there. You can watch online videos. They break down fields. They do it all. And they do it all without massive student loan debt. How about that?
20 seconds.
All right, Project. I feel awful. Project X All-Stars on the field. They're only going to start with 3 bodies. They are down by 3 points. NYX just needs to get lots of guns up. NYX 5 alive. Project X 3 alive. Now Project X starting to make moves up the middle. If I'm the coach of Project X and I start with a 3-body situation, I'm actually going to tell my guys, be super aggressive. We're supposed to lose this point. You might as well just, the only way you're going to win this point is if you do something crazy. If you're going to sit and shoot, you're probably not going to win a 5-on-3. So far, though, 3-on-5, still both teams with all the players they started this point with. NYX into that snake, too, starting to wrap around, looking at that tower. That tower's waiting for him, though. There you go. He wisely backs off. NYX has every reason to not take risks. Set your guns up, make them come at you. They're down huge on bodies, they're running out of time. It's almost 4 minutes. They're down by 3 points. Project X, if I'm the coach of Project X, these guys should be way more aggressive up the field. I do see a movement up the middle to that standing wedge. It doesn't work. They're going to towel out of that one. Look, if you're Project X, that point was not supposed to work. You were supposed to lose that point. So no great shame in that. My only complaint is it should have been more aggressive game plan for 2 reasons. 1, to limit how much clock damage you're taking from that point. And number 2, the only way you're going to win a 3-on-5 is if you get stupid. You're very unlikely to win a 3-on-5 doing sit-down shooty ball. All right, we got a hell of a match going on over here. Tiki's Totem versus Outlaw AP Factory. 2 minutes 45 on the clock. I could easily see both coaches telling their teams to go conservative. I'm not advocating that's the right answer, but it's very typical. I see in these tied-up situations that coaches will tell their players to play for overtime, which statistically, I'm not sure there's an advantage there. I'm just telling you what I tend to see out of these matches when you have tied matches and late in the match with not a lot of time. So I will not be shocked here if these teams come out conservative. That said, I think Tiki's Totem is a little bit more of a wing it and run by the seat of your pants team. I wouldn't be shocked if they come out aggressive. They're doubling up the snake insert bunker. That I didn't. Nobody had that on their bingo card. He's going to try a crawl into the snake. I think it's going to work. Yep. Tiki's Totem is the aggressor on this one. The fact that there's no snake-side tower for Outlaw AP Factory is stunning, and it's what allowing this Tiki Totem player, which is Devin, to slide right up here. Tiki's does lose the Dorito side, but Devin's gotten up to the 50. He's in position to do a ton of damage. All right, Outlaw AP, I think, is aware of his presence. I see a mini temple locked onto him from the snake side. There's the first player walking off for Outlaw AP. So 4-on-4, but big positional advantage here for Tiki's Totem. Oh, geez, there is a miner that's going to fly for Outlaw AP. That's a huge win for Tiki's Totem. Unfortunately, Devin trying to finish this out. We got other Tiki's Totem player flying out of the middle. Tiki's going to win this one by concession. Dear God, the gods of chaos reign again here at the Raymond James Stadium. Tiki's Totem came out of this match looking really disjointed and really about to get their doors blown off, and man, they've come roaring back. They're now in a 1-point advantage with about a minute and a half, 2 minutes on the clock. This is amazing turnaround for Tiki's Totem. Shout out again to PB Warehouse, pbwarehouse.com. If you get a chance, jump on. They've got a lot of products, some of which that you can't find anywhere else, including some JT build your own pack color scheme. Shout out to Eric Lantain and the boys up at PB Warehouse.
30 seconds.
All right, 4 minutes on the clock. Project X All-Stars, they're down by 4 points. The chances of you pulling out 4 1-minute points, or averaging 4 minute 1 minute points, extremely low, right? Chance to try yet. Don't worry too much about it. Oh, I think we just saw a shot on the Snake player. Sure enough, Project X going to lose their Snake player going in. They're going to lose their Dorito player. They are up the middle, but they're down 2 bodies now. NYX should just cross it up, lock it in, make AP fight their way towards you, which is going to be tough to do. Project X now completely in the pocket. As I say that, they do manage to get up to the D1. They've got nothing over here on the Snake side. Snake Tower, he's trying to gun up straight down the field. NYX is going to choose to go out to that baby Dorito in the Snake corner. I don't know if I love that. It lets him cross up his gun, I suppose, for a better defensive situation, but it's a tough bunker to live in. And even worse for Project X, the clock is just draining. We're now under 3 minutes. Got a 3-point differential. Sorry, 4-point differential. As the coach of Project X, you cannot towel out of this one. You would instantly mercy your team off, so you have no choice. You have to let your boys play. But if I'm the coach of Project X, I got to be screaming in my inside voice, you guys got to move. You've got to move. There's no time. And that's not the direction of movement you want to see. The Project X All-Star player up the middle in that tower, he's going to walk off. So it just leaves 2 Project X. I do like seeing one of the Dorito side player. He's pushing the matter. He's now up to the D3. He's now up to the D50. There we go. If I'm the coach of Project X, this is what I need to see. An NYX player walking off. What I'm not hearing is good communication from Project X, though. There's only 2 players left. Another NYX player walking off. NYX now at the 50. He's looking around. He doesn't know about the Snake Tower. Demers is hunting. Wow. In the confusion, the Project X player sneaks around the backside, opens up the back door, comes in, helps himself to your lunch, finishes out that point. Congratulations, Project X. I mean, that's a feel-good point for you. Wow. Well done. All right. Let's get back to the craziest match we've seen so far this weekend. That's Outlaw AP Factory versus Tiki's Totem. Outlaw AP completely dominated the first part of this match, and Tiki's Totem has found a way to scratch and claw their way back, not even just back into the match. They're now up by a point. It's 5-on-4 with a minute 44. I don't know. If I'm Tiki's Totem, it's almost weird territory. For you to go out on this point and tell your guys, oh, no, you just need to dig it in and kill the clock. I don't think they're familiar with that so far this match. You might be better off as a coach. Just tell your guys, just go try to win another point. Don't worry about the clock. For Outlaw AP, they need to recapture whatever magic they had going on at the beginning of this match. They looked dominant, and then it's all falling apart. Outlaw AP aggressive up the middle, a little bit conservative as far as breakout left-right. They've stopped at both mini temples. Tiki's Totem is the first to lose a player, though, so they're down 5-on-4. We're at a minute 30. Now, if I'm Tiki with down a body in a minute 30, up a point, now you definitely should lock it in. Don't take big risks. They do take the Snake Tower. Outlaw AP counters by going up to the Snake, I'm sorry, the Dorito 50. It looks like he's going to do it live. This Snake Tower is going to get blown up most likely in the back. Sure enough, there it is. Tiki's Totem is into the Snake 2. He needs to stay cross and try to slow the damage. Another Totem player walking off. We're under 60 seconds. AP player walking off up the middle. AP still controls that Dorito side, though. Now he's going to make a big attempt at a run through. Risky. Here we go. Double bunker move on the last Totem player. This is wild. AP is going to tie this back up under a minute. It's going to go 5-5 with 40 seconds on the clock. You are getting your full value out of the price of admission here today. I know the price of admission was free, but you were getting full value. This match has been awesome. Tiki's Totem comes roaring back. However, Outlaws, on the brink of losing this match, managed to pull that one off. They're going to tie the game up 5-5 with about 40 seconds on the clock? Major League Paintball live stream. You'll pay for the whole seat, but you're only going to need the edge. All right, Project X taking the field again, the minute 46 on the clock. Again, frankly, this match is realistically beyond salvage for Project X. They did win that last point with a great backdoor run through by one of their players. It's unlikely you're going to be able to pull that off 3 more times, though. So, again, if I'm Project X, I'm just going to use this as a training session. I'm going to try some breakouts I haven't tried before. I'm going to try some player combinations I haven't tried before and let them go. NYX pushes up the middle, relatively conservative breakout left to right, though. They're going to stay kind of pocket play, except for the hard push up the middle. Project X is very aggressive up the Snake. I think he's going to get plunked, though. Sure enough, he's going to take a walk. That's a big loss. However, we got 2 NYX players walking off at the same time. Project X, if you're still trying to win this match, you got to be pushing. Your players should not be planting their feet right now. I don't think realistically the match is still winnable, but you might as well play it out. There we go. Run through attempt. It's going to work.
60 seconds.
Looks like it's going to be a 2 for... No! Somehow he missed the middle player. That's just going to be a 1-for-1 trade. NYX middle player finally takes a walk. I don't know how that player lived through that run through. Project X should be able to hit the buzzer. This will end at most likely 6-4. With about 40 seconds left on the clock. Again, it's extremely unlikely that Project X can pull out to win the match with 40 seconds down by 2 points. However, they've had 2 back-to-back really feel-good points. You've got a long weekend ahead of you. It really does matter that your team feels like they're not walking out of here smashed. So, good stuff. All right. We are back to the craziness. Tiki's Totem, Outlaw AP, tied up 5-5, 41 seconds on the clock. Most likely, we're going to see this grind out the clock and go to overtime. Most likely. I've said that before and I was wrong. I'm wrong a lot. I don't mind being wrong. I hope I'm wrong on this one. We're going to take a timeout, and during that timeout, if you want, you can jump online, go check out Paintball for a Purpose. They are a charitable organization. I believe that they're associated with Protocol, which you're going to be seeing coming up in a few minutes, another match. Next match, please stick around for. You're going to watch Upstate Avalanche take on Protocol and Filthy Few taking on Cerebus. You're going to be joined here on the broadcast by myself and Anthony Vitale. Anthony Vitale, owner of the Heroines, also head of BK. He's the principal of BKI, which we've mentioned before. I don't know what he's going to need to do to get upgraded from principal to, say, regional manager, but, you know, right now he's stuck at principal. Also, again, shout out to pbwarehouse.com. pbwarehouse.com, one of our sponsors out of the New Hampshire area. Very quick shipping. Check out their website. They got everything that you need in stock.
20 seconds.
Here we go, 40 seconds on the clock. Big run up the Dorito side by Tiki's Totem. Looks like it works too. But he's at that Dorito 50. He's got to do a lot of damage really fast for any chance here. We're at 20 seconds, still 5-on-5. If Tiki's wants to win this, they need to start launching some run-throughs. Even that's too late. We're at 10 seconds. This point's going to go to, this match is going to go to overtime.
Time finished. Game stopped. No points. Overtime.
There we go. That was the expectation with a 40-second point. It would have taken some penalties or something crazy for any other result. So we're going to go to overtime. Again, Tiki's Totem, this has been the match so far. This has been crazy, the back and forth I did not expect to see. All right, here we go again for Project X. This is really just a let's use this for learning. It's unlikely to win 2 points in 40-something seconds. Relatively conservative breakout. They are going to lose their player trying to get up the middle to that middle tower. For NYX, it's really just sit and finish it out. Project X does attempt to take the snake. It does not work out. That really shuts the door on this point. We're at 25 seconds. Yeah, and what I'm not seeing is Project X launching. Well, now, as I say that, they finally do. They're up to the 50. They get into the D2. They still have home. Project X pushing it. Probably not recklessly. There's a counter move by NYX up that D3. Managed to make it. It doesn't matter. They're going to go to time. Players don't quite hear the buzzer because there's still a bit of gunfighting going on. That's fine. Congratulations, NYX. You're going to walk away with the win on this one. We are going to go to overtime here on the Tiki's Totem versus the Outlaw AP game. There's going to be 5 minutes on the clock. Barring a kind of crazy no-point situation, this is a one-point takes all, right? So whatever team can take it. Tendency is that teams will come out a bit conservative in overtime. Their breakouts tend to be conservative. Their attack plans tend to be conservative. It doesn't mean that that's what they have to do or even that's the best thing to do. I'm just telling you, historically, that's what we tend to see in these overtime points. However, I say all that, and Tiki's Totem seems to be an attack team. I mentioned early in the match, they don't seem to be as, I'll say, tight. Their teamwork on their attacking, I don't see quite as much coordination, but of the two teams, I've seen them doing a little bit more of the, I'm going to fling a body up the snake side, see if I can do a bunch of damage, and it's worked getting them back into this match. Here we go. Tiki's does take the D1 on the breakout. Outlaw AP into the snake insert, although I think he's going to get hit. He's asking for a check. Ref coming in. There it is. Tiki up by a body. Oh no, for Outlaw IP, that is an absolute tragedy. I just saw yellow fly in the air. They're going to lose 2 more bodies. It's going to leave 2 AP players left alive in overtime against 5 Tiki's Totem's bodies. Lights, and we'll see you in a moment. Thank you so much.
We found ourselves outdoors with nothing but our imagination and some sticks. No matter our age or where we grew up, that's where we all became stick gun veterans.
Inside you somewhere lies a Hydra. An immortal, multi-headed monster born for the battle. But the Hydra mentality buried inside you must be cultivated through chaos. Rather than just surviving or remaining unchanged, the Hydra mentality allows an entity to improve, to thrive, to multiply its strength when exposed to stress and uncertainty, to strengthen with every challenge the world throws your way. Every time the Hydra gets its head cut off, experiences a loss or a failure, it becomes stronger by growing two heads in its place. The Hydra must seek war and discomfort in order to become the best version of itself. Be like a Hydra. Seek out difficult challenges, power through every hardship, and understand this stress test is a blessing which makes you stronger. This is the Hydra Way.
I was ready to live. I knew I had to go. Time had come for the heroines to win every event.
My expectations for this new team is to not only win, but to do it together.
Our game is attack.
You have to win it, or else, really, what are y'all doing? I know my strengths and my weaknesses.
Like, I'm tired of it. It's not that hard to fix the problems that we're having.
We know what the mission is. We know what the play is. Trust in the players around you. It's why we built the team we built.
We found ourselves outdoors with nothing but our imagination and some sticks. No matter our age or where we grew up, that's where we all became stick gun veterans.
All right, welcome back, everybody. Welcome back to NXL 2025. I'm Matt Falby. I'm lucky enough to be joined in a booth by an old friend, old boss, so I still got to do what he says, Anthony Vitale. Anthony, you want to introduce yourself?
Yeah, glad to be here again, 2025. Always want to be here for these WNXL. Glad to be here again, 2025. Always want to be here for these WNXL matches here, and happy to say that the production's been looking good. I've been watching it all morning. Started on time. Everything was clean. So,
and if you don't know, Anthony's the first man in history to do a double barrel roll with an RV.
Oh, yeah, and survive.
and survive, importantly.
It was actually a triple roll.
Was it a triple roll?
Oh,
amazing. World Cup last year. Yeah, amazing stuff. Unplanned. All right, we're going to be watching some Femmes Fatale take on Northern Lights and Dallas Vibe versus Suricatos. Any predictions?
The Heroines had the privilege of practicing the Femmes all week. They were looking really good with their new additions from some of the 3 old Cheetah players. So, see how the Nevermores do. But they've got a solid roster, too, with a couple European players on their squad.
So they're shooting in metric.
So we got Tammy Adamson here on the Snakeside Tower. I think that's Roxy behind her and with some call the God. And she's matched up with a Nevermore player. Nevermores are also, I think, that's Roxy taking the walk. I don't know if Esther got that shot from home.
Tammy needs to switch over here to the snake side. Now that the snake is hot, she's got to get her gun over here on this side to stop that movement.
That looks like Kelly over here from Ohana moved over to Nevermores. Nevermores are being coached by Alex Del Mar, an ex-heroine.
Moving up to D2 by the Femmes.
Casey Erb is filling over here.
Tammy's going to slide up the middle. That's a tough place to live in, especially now with the snake hot. I don't think there's a direct vision between the number 8 for Baltimore and Tammy. I think that can might be blocking the shot. That also means that Tammy doesn't have a good shot to stop the move up to the brick. Tammy's going to take a little bit of a drop back, look for it, but she can't do that for long.
Casey takes the walk from that God bunker. The Nevermores are in pretty good spots right now. If Kelly can get Andrea out, who's on the cross from that Doritos side Aztec. Good fill right there. I think that's Maisner. This is her first WNXL event, if that's her, 58, I believe, or 59.
Yeah, attempt there by Baltimore to get up to the D3. A little bit too much creeping, a little bit more sliding was needed, and she's going to pay for it.
Nevermore is coming off. I don't know if that's...
Tammy attempted to slide up to that left side standing wedge. It did not work. She got blown up by the snake.
All right, we got Kelly Watson now on the 50, trying to wrap here. We've got Andrea Martinez from the Femmes in that Aztec on the D side. Is she the only one? Yep, we're going to have a concession. So I'm sorry. I didn't see that.
Wow.
Mercedes, they call her Flash for a reason.
Slid around that backside, hit the buzzer with nobody watching, including the commentators.
Jeez.
We failed at our job.
Badly. Good job, Mercedes. I don't know how that happened with two bodies alive here on the snake side, but good job by Flash coming down that side and saving this point on that 2-2. Nevermores were looking good. Had the spots to win the match, pinch out Andrea, but Flash didn't allow that. Came down on their side of the field on the Doritos side, undetected. Like Matt said, even undetected to us.
I was just about to open my big fat commentator mouth and say Femmes had failed to pick up on the snake, and that was going to be their doom, but instead Femmes pull it out.
All right, we got Northern Lights with a big run there. I think that it might be Heather Brown. Big run into the Dorito 3.
Dallas 5 with a relatively conservative breakout, but they are making their secondary movements. They're now into D1 and to the snake corner, and now into snake.
I think Northern Lights lost 2 players off the break as well. Looks like Leslie Cluis is here in the snake 3, already wrapping.
No opposition. The snake tower is not hot over there for Northern Lights. That frees her up to do whatever she wants to the snake.
Vibe's in real good shape on that Dorito side, too, with Corinne up in the Dorito 3 with Nicole Gates behind her. Angie coming up into the snake behind Leslie, and looks like that's Hadley in the center can. 5-on-3 right now for Vibe.
They're just looking for things to kill at this point.
Well, I think Heather Brown's still alive. It might have just shot out Nicole Gates